We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's another round of campfire. Here we go, eh? Yeah, it's been an interesting week. Very interesting week. I'm going to give a shout out to the folks that are over there in the chat right now. We got Me Dibble came in right away. Then we had Get Her Done Granny. She's down in the basement hanging out. We're going to bring her up real quick here. Then we've got Metal Music Maniac popped on in. Yeah, he's asking if Granny's keeping warm because the winter's creeping in. And we got, let's see who else. Oh, there's Crazy Ann, big hugs, girl, hugs and kisses. Good to see you, girl. And we've got Arcade. Great to see the Texas hotspot. Awesome. There's Running Water. He was chatting with us a little bit here a little bit ago. There's Plain Old Chuck. Donald Morris. Awesome, you guys. Great to see you. Let's see here. Oh, there's Chowser. It's been a while, Chowser. Fox It Outdoors. I can finally comment again. And there's Jimmy. Hey, Oji-san. Hey, Oji-san. The Crazy Ann's internet's acting up. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Something I gotta do here real quick. It's only take me a second. Well, little technical stuff on the side here. There we go. I'm gonna pull this wonderful person up. I just love hanging with her. There she is. Get her done, Granny.
How's it going?
It's going good for me. I really can't complain. Well, I could, but like they say, it never does you any good anyway.
That's true. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Hey, Freeman James, good to see you, brother. Yeah, it's kind of weird around here. I don't know. Well, Granny, you went and posted all that snow, posted that up so we could see all your. Well, yeah, your van was camouflaged in that snowstorm, but but boy, you got all that snow. We haven't got any. We haven't got any. Out at Walmart, there's one small pile sitting there because it's cold enough that if it started snowing, it'd stay. And that was from our first snowfall. But everywhere else, it's gone. There's just a pile from what they scraped off that parking lot. A small pile, too. And I looked at the forecast, 0 precipitation for the next 7 days. But it's right at the temps where if it would snow, it would stay. And here we are, the first week of December, and we got no snow. So I'm going through town, and all the storefronts got their stores all decorated up for Christmas. Everything's looking Christmassy, and there ain't no snow. And here we are in northern Wisconsin. I was going to blame it on global warming, but crying out loud, it was only 29 degrees out.
Yeah.
It's not that it's warm. It's just that we don't have any weather, no snow coming. It's all going around us, and it's hitting Michigan and states down from, heading east from us, but nothing here.
We're getting more Saturday and then some on Monday.
Really?
Yep. I don't like yes. It's too early.
I was gonna say, for you folks down there, West Virginia, doesn't that usually come late December?
No, usually in January. Lately, it's
January.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lazy Nate.
January and February is usually our worst months.
Plain old Chuck, they got about 4 inches Tuesday. Here usually we'll have snow right around Thanksgiving, and then it's here for the rest of the winter, and we get dumped on pretty hard usually by Christmas, and then in January we'll get a couple of big dumpers, and then in February again we might get one, but usually February up here is our cold month. That's when it gets so sub-zero up here, is in the first part of February, tail end of January, first part of February. And then we get snow on and off all the way through till the middle of March, and then it slacks off. Then it's warming up. You don't know if it's going to snow or rain or what it's going to do.
Yep.
March, the muddy months. Yeah. March and April. Yeah. Yeah, I was, folks out there, I was telling Granny earlier in the backstage that, I had my doctor's appointment today. And my doctor, for the most part, there's Jimmy. I sent him the link. There he is. Hey, Jimmy.
What's up? How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Oji-san.
Pretty
Hey,
good.
Granny.
Pretty good. That's cool. Glad to see you, bud.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. You were having fun with that evil-looking pepper thing.
What, Nito?
I've got a whole new one made for Phil. I'm kind of trying to keep it a secret till he lets it loose.
Yeah.
It's been a good time. It's been fun making that. So.
He popped one up on Facebook for us to give our comments to. I suspect that's it. And yeah, that was all I could do is give it a big thumbs up. I just, what the hell can I say, man? That's pretty awesome.
I'm still working on it. I've added a bunch of stuff to it, and I'll have it ready by tomorrow before I go to work this weekend. So hopefully he did. Yeah,
everybody that in our little private group there, everybody was giving it a thumbs up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of how to include a mankini, so I may have to start a whole new one.
That's oh yeah.
Now, anytime when he messaged me, he kind of felt bad for asking, but now anytime anybody wants some artwork from me, all you got to do is ask. You don't have to pay for nothing. I'll put you down, and I'll start working on it as soon as I can. But I'm happy.
And that's it. That's it. Um, see, Samantha, for quite a while there, she was writing songs for folks,
Mhm.
for their channels or whatever, and she ended up with quite a list, and I don't believe anybody pressured her, but we were constantly saying, "Hey, the fact that she's even considering, I
Yeah.
mean, give the girl a break. I mean,
She,
she can't writing those songs isn't like taking the trash out. I mean,
no.
it takes some effort,
Yeah.
and if a person's willing to do it for you, the only payment is a little bit of patience. And I tell
Yeah.
you what, I told her, I said, when you get around to it, put me on your list. Yeah, I'd love it. And she sat there in a private chat and wrote my theme song
Mm.
while we were chatting. And she said, yours was too easy, she said. So I just did it.
Yeah.
and I,
Everything rhymes with Sty.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I was so glad the way it came out because I thought,
Oh,
oh
it's
boy,
good.
this could turn into one hell of a parody.
Oh,
I
no.
could see that you could have a real fun time with that one.
Shoot, it took me 6 months to get Crazy Ann's done. And
Yeah,
that was
you
just a
know,
whole different style for me. So I had to kind of learn some new stuff.
yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good.
It
I'm
is.
down
It
for the
is.
challenge. I've got a catfish channel that's looking for a logo. I got them on the list. I've already started working on it, but it takes a little while.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you know, that's something that is a specific theme, and
Hmm.
you're going to want to tweak and torque it that back and forth. Just you know, it's not like something you're just randomly doing. It's
Yeah.
you know whatever I feel at the moment kind of thing. No, you got to put a
You are
lot more
special,
thought
Ann.
into it.
Yeah. No, Ann is special.
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure hers was good. And I guess that's the extra pressure. That's why it takes a little longer. If you're doing it
yes, yeah,
specifically for somebody, you want to
yeah,
you want to make it the way they want it. You want them to be
yeah,
happy with it. If I'm just
yeah.
riffing, making some artwork on my channel, I mean, who knows? I don't even know what's going through my head when I start one of those. So, in an hour, I'm
Hey,
done. But
hey, Billy Bird, good to see you. As an artist, I'd feel bad getting free art, but would be happy to commission a piece.
no, look, I don't do art as a living. I do art because I love it. So, if anybody needs anything, just hit me up. Uh, it might take a little while, but I promise you, I'll work on it. I'll get to it.
The Well, and that's like I told Samantha. I said, you know, this crazy world, you just don't know what could happen. I
Yeah.
told her, I said, she could end up being a superstar overnight. And
Yeah.
I said, her writing that song for me, I said, I can pop in and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, all of a sudden she's famous. I can pop in and say, you know what? I've known that girl for years and she wrote me a song.
Mm,
you know?
yeah, she did
And
my theme song.
yeah, yeah. And hey, Melissa, good to see ya. B Wizzle, great to see
Melissa
ya.
Spencer. How you doing, girl?
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen Melissa stuff, but man, Melissa is
yeah,
quite the painter. Oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah.
She
Very,
blows me
very
away.
talented.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah. I might be good with digital and weird stuff, but man, she's a straight up legit painter.
That's it. I don't, it's always amazed me how a person's artistic nature will present itself and it comes out their fingers. I mean, man, and they can paint, they can draw, they can express that artistic side of them
Yeah.
so well. And I always think that's amazing.
I do
I just
too.
have to kind of let my hands take over and kind of the back of my mind take over. And then I just take a back seat and see what happens myself. So
That's right. That's right. Hey, Blake. Well, that's that. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy, you're talking just like Bob Ross again. Bob Ross was notorious for saying, "Well, I don't even know where I'm going today."
Well, and that's the thing.
Why
People
don't
think,
we just?
yeah,
Yeah.
folks think I'm full of it, but I have no idea what I'm going to paint. I mean, right until the second I put that stylus on my tablet, I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, you paint like I do live streams. I don't have a clue what the hell I'm going to do tonight. And I just, and we'll see how it. That's again. That's
Cindy.
Hey, Cindy. That's the creative side of it. The creative nature, is you don't. Yeah, you're not building a building.
No.
Where you got to sit and this. No, it's you're allowing your creative juices just flow and just where's it going to end up? Who knows? And
I'm just glad I have an audience that trusts me and I trust them. That we are just winging this together, and we'll figure it out as we go. It's going to be weird. It's going to be OG Son style, but I have no idea what it's going to be before I start painting it either. So,
boy, there's been several of your pieces you've done, Jimmy, that I've looked at them and I'm going, geez, as if I owned my own place and I was independently wealthy, somehow I'd get that reproduced as a mural on the wall.
I did a bunch of murals when I was in the Air Force, but it's my style. So I bet they're still there. They're up in Montana on those walls somewhere.
Oh yeah, cool. That's one thing I noticed too with the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force bases I've been on, it hasn't been a lot of them, but enough of them. But I noticed that Air Force bases, what do they do? Do they go through the ranks and try to find somebody that's artistic and say, we need to pretty the place up. You're going to paint something on that damn wall.
Yeah, as soon as they found that I could paint and draw, man, shoot, that's what I did for like 6 months. I think I did like 5 murals in that building up there at Malmstrom Air Force Base. Big ones, like 40-foot long murals.
Yeah. This coming summer. Hey, Samantha, sweetie. Great to see you, girl. Yeah, this spring, before I head out to host the campground, I'm going to do the mural tour of Ashland and videotape all the murals on the buildings within the city here. I know the artists personally, and they're awesome gals. These 2 gals, and I mean, we got some big ass buildings. They paint a whole freaking building in a mural.
Man, I tell you what, here in Fort Smith, the True Grit Fort Smith, like everybody knows, they have started doing some huge murals. I mean, it cover the whole sides of buildings, and they are awesome. I love those things, man.
Yeah, that's like here in Ashland. We had the last. At the time, it was the largest still existing ore dock on Lake Superior here in Ashland. Well, it hadn't been used for 45, 50 years. Well, it's deteriorating. So they said, we're going to tear that thing down. It's a public hazard. Kids like to go climb on it and shit. And a couple folks, I guess, have died falling off the damn thing. So they decided we're going to tear it down. Well, everybody's going, no. And I mean, we had this huge Save the Ore Dock campaign going on up here. Save the Ore Dock, And these 2 gals decided on one of these big buildings. You'll see it this spring when I do that tour. But on one of the big buildings here in town, the whole side of the building, they painted the whole ore dock on the side of that building. And that building's about 140 feet long. And it's 4 stories tall. And they painted the whole side of the building with the ore dock on it. And
Oh, that's awesome.
And they said, "There, we saved the ore dock." Well, I guess so. I guess so. And boy, they've got all these little groups, programs that do fundraisers to help maintain and restore any of the murals as they get weathered and the like. And these gals go around and they touch them all up all the time, and they're always
when they get weathered.
That's one thing those gals do too, is they'll finish a mural and they'll step back, and I've heard Susie so many times. She'll look and she'll go, "That it looks too good." She goes, "It looks too good." She says she said it's just wrong because it looks so much better than the building we put it on. It needs to look like it belongs there, not like something was hung on the building, but like it's part of that building. So they started, through their painting process, they mastered aging their paintings so that their paintings fit the whole environment of the building or the section of town they're in. And you'll go like their World War II memorial one. That's a beautiful mural, and it's all local World War II vets. All
that is awesome.
Dozens of them, dozens and dozens of them, and I knew some of those guys, and I drive by that all the time, and I'll go, "Hey, that's Hal right there." Yeah, I mean, it's just like he's alive and standing in the street. The only problem is he's 8 feet tall, but they did that so that mural really throws you back to the day. It's
I think next week, me and Marcedale, when we go to Fort Smith, we may do a video on the murals down there, because I'm telling you, man, they are so cool and they're so modern, and it's like a Fort Smith, Arkansas, of all places, you wouldn't think would have such an artistic touch, but
right.
I mean, you're talking the Rooster Cogburn, Judge Parker, Fort Smith, Arkansas. It's got all these badass murals. I mean, and they are so freaking cool. I can't wait to make that video.
Yeah, that's like us up here. It's like Ashland was a city you went through to get somewhere else. I mean, there's nothing fancy about Ashland. There's nothing to catch your attention. We got a couple of landmarks, but nothing extraordinary. Now they've got this damn murals all over town, and they actually have, it looks like a big old trolley car. It's a diesel bus, but it looks like a giant trolley car, and they take these mural tours. You can ride in the trolley car, and it takes you all over town. And then all the neighboring little towns started saying, "Oh, well, heck, we want the founding fathers of our little community painted on the town hall." Well, these two gals would go down there and paint it on their town hall. It's so all the neighboring outlying communities each got at least one mural from these gals. And these gals have been doing it for about 16 to 20 years now. They've been doing these murals, and they're getting up there. I mean, Suze is she's got to be about 72 now, and she's still getting on 40-50 foot scaffolds and painting murals.
Yeah, that's cool though. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's she said she don't make crap for money off of it, because 99% of the proceeds they get all goes to paint and supplies, and she said, she said, "I couldn't have asked for a better retirement. It's the love of my life is to paint."
That's right. If you can make a sandwich and be an artist, you're successful.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. She used to pat her tummy and say, "Well, at least I'm not a starving artist." She said, She says when they see me working on murals, they're always bringing me lunch from McDonald's or Burger King. She says they don't pay me, but they feed me well.
Yeah. That's the thing about art is everybody loves it. It's hard to make money off of it, really. I mean, there's very few people that actually make money off of it. I do it because I enjoy it. I really don't have any interest in, making it my living or anything. But, if folks dig it and they want to hang out with me, because I'd be doing it one way or the other. I might as well do it on my channel.
That is it. That's what it's all about.
I think I found out 2 or 3 today that I didn't even stream or anything. I just did them off camera. Just because that's all I do.
Yeah. I mean, there is not a thing wrong with that shit. Now today, I had my doctor's appointment today, and and because of the whole COVID thing, they're trying to run these. I mean, if your doctor's appointment's at 3:30, you better be there by 29 minutes after the hour, because once it hits 3:31, they're giving your appointment to someone else. And they only give you a 15-minute window with your doctor. Well, I get there, and I was early, about 10 minutes early, and they called me in about 5 minutes early. I thought, well, that's cool. Got in there right away. And after they go through the preliminary stuff, here comes my doctor in. And I said, yeah, doc, they said that it's a real strict 15 minutes, so we better hurry up and get this appointment over with. She goes, yeah. She says, don't listen to them. She says, I schedule all my patients for a 1-hour visit. They say it's a 15-minute visit because they want me to get you in and out of here in 15, and then I can get somebody else. I can squeeze somebody else in. And it went for over an hour. I mean, her and I were going yakking away for over an hour. And she was asking me how things are going here on YouTube. And I said, well, I'm still doing my streams, Thursdays and Sundays. And she goes, how long are your streams? She says, I catch parts of them, but I don't never sit all the way through. How long do your streams go? And I said, 2 to 4 hours. And she goes, oh my God, man, you spend 2 to 4 hours doing a live stream? I go, yeah. And she goes, how can you keep a live stream going for that long? She says, I just can't even imagine it. All of a sudden she looks at her watch and she goes, oh my God, man, we've been going at it for over an hour. She says, I got patients waiting. And I go, I can keep it going for 2 to 4 hours, no problem. And she just laughed and she says, okay, I get it. I said, the whole key is keep it flowing and involve other people. You want the interaction. And she goes, so you actually get a lot of interaction? I said, oh yeah, I got great panelists, my regulars that come up on the panel with me. And I said, great people out in the chat. And I said, and we go all over the board. It's, that's one thing I think it's human nature is we just want to be heard. People just want to be heard, even if it's the simplest thing, like, hey, I had the first tulip of the year bloom. You should have seen it. Well, let's talk about it. What did it look like? What color was it? Oh, is that the one I picked when I was walking past your house? I'm sorry. You just don't know where to go. Used to be an artist. Gave it up for my health. I was a piss artist.
No, you just wasn't in practice. You go back and look at my stuff 2 years ago when I started this again. Man, it wasn't good at all. Yeah, so you just got to get in practice. Just like playing a guitar or singing or anything else. You just got to practice. You'll get there.
Now, I met a guy that he was a caricature artist. Mm-hmm. And all he did was travel around to carnivals and do caricatures. And he said, for for $10, I'll do your caricature. If there's 2 people in the picture, I'll charge you $15. And he said, and I said, you still do that? I had just met this guy. I said, you still do that? And he goes, no. He says, I still do caricatures. But he says, now when I do a caricature, he says it's anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000. I go, what? And he said, just by chance, he said, I ran into Harry Reid. And he said, he put me on to a couple other guys, and he said, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Well, this Harry Reid, what he did was, he was in basically publishing and marketing, and he put me on because Paul Newman wanted a caricature done of himself, and he said, so I went and met Paul Newman at his Lake Minnetonka home in west of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and he says, we sat in his backyard and I did a caricature of him. And he said, and he wrote me a check for $3,000.
Holy crap.
He said, I thought, boy, that'll never happen again. And he said, it took about 3-4 weeks. And he said, and all of a sudden, my phone's ringing off the wall. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's got a lot of money to waste was wanting their caricature done and willing to pay $2,000 to $5,000 for it. And he says, so I do 4 or 5 caricatures a month. And he says, I don't want to get rich off of it, but he says, it's still about 10 times more than I ever made doing it before. And I do 30 of them in half a day. He said, so now he's just kicking back, doing just a few famous people. And that's the way it works, so isn't it?
I tell you what, as soon as I get enough people to hang out with me that I can make a little bit of YouTube money, I may retire. I'm working myself to the bone. I'm ready to retire and just run a little art show. So I'm down with
it. Hey, Eways, Mike, and everything Spicy's out in the chat.
Yep. Mike, I hope you're feeling better, man.
Boy, he's been going through a rough bout, that guy. He says he's healing, though.
Earl kicked his butt, what I heard.
That's it. Yeah, Earl swamped the hell out of him. That's right. Earl finally got fed up.
Made fun of him one too many times on those videos.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Football watchdogs.
That's cool. I guess if anything else, I can start designing hot sauce bottles for people if I get good at that.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, a coworker of mine, his wife, this is back quite a long time ago, and she wanted to try to publish a magazine.
Yeah.
And what she did was she graphic designed a cover for her future get rich scheme of this magazine. Yeah. And somebody else saw it, and the word went around, and copies of it went around, and next thing you know, all of a sudden she's in high demand for graphic arts, and she's like, where the hell did that come from? She said, I wasn't even looking to really go to work. I wanted to have a magazine that I could publish quarterly or something. And she says, no, she says, I'm working 6 days a week. And she says, rolling in the dough, but working 6 days a week. And she was a great graphics designer. Yeah. I think she's
Mike, I get popped in the head at least once a day. So that's nothing new. Y'all just finally got to see it on the video.
He wouldn't know what to do if he didn't get smacked with a.
My ears were just all cauliflowered and calloused up. You know, that's
you gotta look like an old.
But I mean, it is what it is.
It won't be long. You start looking like an old retired boxer, you know.
I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Okay, me Dibble, that's all right. We'll see ya. Hey, Trail Trash, there's the Trail Patriots right there, out there cleaning up the trails for folks. That's, yeah. Hey, Waterbug, good to see ya. Yep. Seems like everybody's doing fairly well this evening.
Oh yeah.
Fairly well.
It's all gloomy and rainy and stuff here. It's been that way for a couple of days here. I don't know what it's like up there.
It's cold. It's hovering at freezing and below. Clear skies. No forecast for snow, nothing for the next 7 days. Just colder than hell, you know.
Colder than witch's tit around here.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'll have to come back, cut that out.
It is really good whiskey weather here. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah. If you don't have a fireplace to warm up to, a jug will do. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Trail Trash saying that his wife's COVID test just came back negative. Can't be better. That's cool.
That's great.
My doctor, I asked my doctor today, I said, do I have to get that damn COVID test here today? She goes, no. She said, we could do one on you, but she said, you have absolutely none. She says, zero signs of it. I said, what about being asymptomatic? She goes, oh, she says, get real. Go out there and give it to somebody else. She says, I don't want to hear it. She said, you're not paying for that damn test here. And I said, well, they got those free ones. You got them posted on the wall. She says, yeah, do you want COVID? Go to that place. Go over there where you got 300 people lined up to get COVID tests. She says, yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. She said, but don't come back to me. She goes, what you're doing is right. She said, you and I are so much alike. She says, I have such a issue with being antisocial that when the whole COVID crisis started, she said, other than me being a doctor and I have to come in contact with you people, she says, outside of this place, I don't go near nobody. And I said, that's the way I am, man. I don't hang out in groups. I go to Walmart. It's during their off hours. I drive in the parking lot and I go, no, too many people will come back. Yeah. And I know exactly what I'm after. I go in there and boom, 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 boom. I'm at the checkout and I'm the hell out of there. And she goes, you just keep doing what you're doing. She says, no. She says, I don't want you waiting in those lines for a COVID test or anything. But boy, oh boy, I've never seen one of those temperature guns that they put up to your forehead to see if you got a fever. I've never seen a black one before.
Oh.
I pull up in front of that clinic. I'm sitting in my truck having a smoke. I don't have my appointment for an hour. And I'm watching that front door, and you got to push a buzzer, to get in there. And it was so funny watching these different people, how different people push that one button. Some people go and they push it with their elbow. This one guy is digging around in his pockets, and he comes out with a glove, like a winter glove. And he puts it on his hand and then pushes the button, takes the glove off, sticks it back in his pocket. And this guy walks up there. He ain't got no mask, nothing, and he just pushes the button. Bang. They come to the door, and first thing you see is an arm come out with a mask, holding a mask. And the door's only open about 6 inches. And out comes that arm with that mask. The guy takes the mask and he puts it on. And then all of a sudden, here comes the next arm out the door, and I thought they were going to shoot him. I thought for sure that guy was the male nurse guy there. I thought for sure he had a handgun. Right up against that guy's forehead, and he's pulling the trigger. And I'm like, whoa! Oh shit! Nothing happened. Hey, you got to load that.
Sorry, old Yeller, you're positive. Can't let you in, buddy.
Yeah, you're too.
Oh
What do you mean?
Lord.
What do you mean you don't have an appointment?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I walked up to the door and pushed the buzzer, that guy come out to the door, and I could see that gun in his hand, and right away I go, I just froze. Don't shoot. He's sitting there giggling, and I'm wearing a do-rag like this, down low to my eyebrows, and he's going like, where the hell am I going to get a spot to check it? And I said, make it quick. I don't show that much usually. Yeah, I had fun at the clinic. I do have to say I had fun.
Make it quick. That's the secret to a happy marriage.
That's it. Get it over with. And let
What? No comment.
Yeah, I did make my doctor a little jealous today, though, when I told her I got a campground I get to host next year. She's just like, what? I said, yeah.
Hey,
I told
Gemma.
her, hey, Gemma. I told her, I said, yeah, all the perks and everything that goes with it. I said, basically, I get a 4-month vacation at cost free.
Oh man.
So, God, sure. I
bet you're gonna love that.
I'm gonna eat it up. And if all goes well and I can swing Starlink, I'll be able to stream live right from the campground every time I want.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun if I can stream right from out it. Sit around the campfire and stream, you know.
Man. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
You got the lifestyle.
Not much of it left. I mean, you know, I burned up the first 63 years pretty quick.
I bet you live 105. You got 40-something years left.
Notice what I said, though. The first 63. We'll find out what the second 63 holds in store. You know,
you damn right. You'll be 150 years old before you die.
Oh shit! I don't think I want to live that long. I'll never forget my grandmother. Just before she passed away, her and I had a nice long talk, and I told her, I said, you know, Grandma, the doctors say there's really nothing wrong with you. And she goes, them doctors don't know shit. She said, how many guys you know driving around in a 97-year-old car that hasn't been rebuilt? And I go, what? And she goes, I'm freaking wore out. She says, you know what? That I don't, even if I got miles left in me, I don't want to do them. She said I was born in 1901. She says, do you think I've seen enough of this world? She says, and the worst part is everybody I went through my life with up until the last 20 years are all dead and gone. None of them are alive. She says, I'm the last of the bunch. She says, it's getting kind of lonely on top. She said, you know, all my friends are 20, 30, 40 years younger than me. She said, this living to be 100 business. She said, by the time you hit 100, you've seen enough of it. That's it.
Well, you know, that's what I keep preaching to everybody. Like, you know, all this stuff that you think is so important doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean a thing.
No. That's your happiness in life and your position where you are today should mean more than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it is did I get through today with more happy moments than unhappy moments? And how many of those unhappy moments did I bring on myself, you know?
Well, I hate seeing people chase money their whole life, and then by the time they catch it, you know, they die. Oh, yeah. It's like, what are you going to do? Get married with it? I mean, you missed your whole life.
I've got an aunt that she's played the lotto. She loves going to Vegas, blah, 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 blah. And she said, the day I win my $1 million, that's when I quit doing it. And I told her, I said, all right. She's an attorney, mind you.
Damn.
I told her, I said, I was talking to my Uncle Jim, her husband, and I said, and he told me that you've made your $1 million at least 7 times already. And she goes, I haven't won $1 million.
No.
And I go, but you've made it 7 times and you're still unhappy and still shooting for that win, that $1 million win. I said, you already won. You didn't take the time to realize you won. You had a beautiful plush life. You had a beautiful home all your life. You've always had whatever your wildest whims were. But you don't even realize all that you had because you're so busy worrying about winning that $1 million when you had already made 7 times that.
Oh,
I said, you let a lot of your life just slip through your fingers by not stopping and smelling the roses. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People just miss life because they're so worried about money and bull crap. It's just, you know, just live and enjoy yourself. Do the things that you want to do. That's all I can tell you is just be happy. Do what you want to do with life and don't worry about what anybody else thinks about it. And you will have won the lottery 365 days a year.
Exactly. Yeah. Boy, Jimmy, you and I are on the same page there.
Yep.
That's hey, Hike with Mike.
Hey, there's Jeff and Tammy. How you doing, Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla?
Hey, yeah, G&VG. Great to see you. Now, Hike with Mike, he'd fit in good with us on this topic because he's another one where, you know, he likes more the simplicity of life and not, you know, we waste too much time. And the thing is a lot of people, and of course, you know, I promote the natural world. Get out there, enjoy the outdoors, and take in that fresh air, blah, 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 blah. But that's a real broad statement because it can be somebody that's homebound. They can't go anywhere, can't do anything.
Yeah.
Find your quality of life, for the most part, is all in your own personal control.
Yeah.
100%. Find enjoyment in something. Find enjoyment in something and set your heart to it. Set your heart to it and say, I got to put a smile on my own face at least a couple times a day. And I'm going to put everybody else to the side for just long enough for me to at least smile to myself for a change, you know? And it's the best medicine. Hey, Dr. Smith and Tim, great to see you.
Yeah, I mean, happiness is all there is. I mean, if you think there's anything beyond that, if you think money or fame or anything else is going to bring you fulfillment, you're crazy. I mean, happiness is all there is. Just be happy. That's all I can tell people.
That's it.
Do what you want to do. It's your life, man.
Yeah. Yes, Mike, I absolutely agree. Make life an adventure. Otherwise, it's boring. That's it. And people, you know, I've had a couple people literally attack me and say, oh, Sty, you're just full of shit. Everything you say is you're just full of shit. There's no way that you could have done all the things you've done. You can if you stick your nose where it don't belong, in the eyes of other people. I thought it belonged there, and I didn't care what other people thought. So, yeah, and I'm one where I can be doing my absolute best at a job, and I'm right into it. And then I start looking over there going, look what that guy's doing.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like to be him, what he's doing there.
That looks interesting.
At the end of the day, I tell the boss, hey, boss, I quit. And Monday morning, I'm over at that company going, hey, you really need another guy. Because I want to try what that guy's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check it out. And people say, well, that's stupid. You should have just found a career, stuck with it, and you could have retired plush. I said, no, fuck off. Because all the things I've done in my life, I cannot fit into a retirement. So if I would have let those things pass me by in my retirement, I'd be looking backwards saying, damn, I missed that one. I missed that one. I missed that one. I missed that one. Now in my retirement, I can say, guess what? I went and stuck my nose into it, because I was doing it all the time. I always wanted to try that thing that I hadn't done, The only thing I haven't done is jump out of a damn airplane. I ain't gonna either. You can't even throw me out of some bitch. Because I tell you what, you try to throw me out, I'll tear the wing right off some bitch. I
was a parachute rigger for years. But I am a firm believer that if you're unhappy with your life, it's your own damn fault. Quit trying to live up to somebody else and just do what makes you happy. You only get one ride on this thing. What the hell are you waiting for? Were you waiting for tomorrow? That's never guaranteed. You got to go out and be happy, man. That's all there is. That is all there is to this life.
And another thing that I want to really stress with what OG-son's saying, because he's so dead on that. Another thing I want to say is learn to be your own best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You got to like yourself. You got to learn to be your own best friend. Sometimes you don't agree with yourself. You get in fights, but you get over it because you're your own best friend. And people ask me
some alternate personality.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, here we go. Where's my mouse? There it is. There she is. Hi, Sam.
Hey, how's it going?
You, sweetie.
You guys doing well?
Yeah, we're sitting here. Crazy Jimmy and I are sitting here trying to be, I don't know what you call it, inspirational or something.
And I'm just listening as always.
Oh, she had a good one-liner. I'm going to go back and cut that out because I want that clip. Yeah.
She beautifies the panel. So
Absolutely. I mean, she's like brand new wallpaper whenever I get her up here.
Yeah.
You betcha. So,
hey, Sam.
Hey there.
That's another thing, Jimmy, that is hard for me at times. I mean, I guess I get sympathy pains people a lot. But when someone is devaluing themselves, don't devalue yourself, damn it. You're the best thing you've got.
That's right.
Yeah, get real. It's like Jimmy was saying, you can throw all the money and all the worldly goods and all that shit away. You can lose all your friends and family, and guess what you're left with? You're the best thing you got because you're going to be there for yourself no matter what.
So the crudest way I can put that is you need to rock your shit, and I don't give a crap what anybody else thinks about it. Rock it, man.
I didn't think that was that terribly crude.
Some people don't like it, but I'm just telling you, rock your shit.
I know.
Rock it.
You
just
do
be
you.
Oh,
yourself.
hey, Lizzie Ann.
As long as you do you should be all right.
That's right. Who the hell are you trying to impress?
I agree, man.
Just be yourself.
Yep.
Well, and that's I used to drive my ex-wife crazy because I'd come off with some stupid one-liner or something in a big crowd of people we don't know. I'd do something really, really fucking stupid, and she'd go, "You freaking moron! You alienated all them people." I said, "No, look, there's still 5 of them standing here, so that's cool. I think I'm batting 100." I mean, I didn't drive the whole place out, and there's always somebody out there that's going to be feeling good about themselves and likes a chuckle once in a while. And
Mike is too funny.
the you know, and yeah, and I totally understand. I've been there myself in my lifetime where you get in that rut and you just, I mean,
That's right. See, the Hunt for Heat's
but-
got it right. Let your freak flag fly.
Yep.
fly.
just
Yep,
Damn right.
that, yep, you betcha. Let that flag fly.
I got people at work calling me Oji-san now, which is weird for me.
Do they watch your channel?
Yeah, I've got it's getting weird. It's getting weird. I had a girl at the gas station recognize me the other day and called me Oji-san. I was like, holy shit. Like I may have to shut my channel down.
That's pretty cool though.
I had twice I had incidents at the Dollar Tree when I was managing the Dollar Tree where I'm at cash register and somebody will walk in the store and they'll stop and they're staring and staring and then they'll go, Sty, you're Sty. I'm going, no. I'm a Dollar Tree manager. Go away. Don't do the Sty thing in here. Go on. What the hell?
You're that guy that falls down in the woods all the time.
Yeah, you're that guy that's falling on his face all the time.
Son of a bitch. Oh man, you gotta play it, Sty. Play it.
I had an old friend from high school run up to me in the grocery store and, with my old channel name. And they were like, I've seen you on YouTube. And I was like, no, you haven't.
Oh no, I'm all about it. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm Oji-san. Don't forget it.
Well,
I carry Oji-bot loose on you.
Yeah,
I get embarrassed.
I carry a pocket full of these Sty stickers. I mean, my pocket's packed full of them. And when people go, I'll walk up to them. I'll go, here you go. Here, yeah, you're right. Yeah, here you go. and people ask me for my business card. No, I got a business sticker. Here you go.
I got to remember to put some in my wallet. I always forget it.
Oh God, I got them in 3 jacket pockets. I got the armrest of my truck's got 50 in it, and there's 50 loose in the little garbage catcher on the dash, and my trailer's got a pack of 50 in it. And I got them everywhere, so I just hand them out. Here you go. Here you go. I
was doing my stream today, and the Moose Gal was on there, and she was just like, I cannot believe the magic in the community that we are a part of. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, oh, you're right. Like, man, we have really struck gold in this little YouTube community that we have here. So
yes.
I don't take it lightly. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and the feeling is, and a lot of people don't get it. I've had small channels that got less than 200 subs.
Mm-hmm.
They say, "Oh, Sty, you shouted the hell out for me. I couldn't believe that you kept mentioning me, and then you wanted to put me on the panel, and you don't have to do that and this and that. We appreciate you so much, us small guys." I go, I was you. I'm still am you. We're just fellow creators. I don't care what your numbers are. Are you good people? Are you respectful? Or do you care about others? Man, you're cool. Come and hang out and be equal with the rest of us.
I didn't know anybody till I met this lady right up here. I didn't know a soul on YouTube except for you couldn't see me till I met Granny up there.
Yeah.
I want people to know you because I thought and I still think you're very talented.
Oh, well, thank you, Granny.
I wanted everybody to know you.
Oh, I love hanging out with Granny. Granny reminds me of everybody in my family.
Oh, you're a lucky bastard.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Granny's just like everybody I know back here.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing with Granny. She reminds me so much of my earlier generation family. just down home and just, yeah, always comfortable to be in the room with Granny.
Well,
And
thank God Granny was the first channel I started hanging out with, because I mean, I felt so comfortable hanging out there because she sounded just
and
like I do. So I was like, oh my God, finally, there's another
Yeah.
Southerner on here.
that's right. Yeah, maybe I can slide in here and kind of fit in a little, you know, the,
Oh, he fit in everywhere he went. He always did.
Oh, Lord. You know, it's the funny thing is when people watch my art and then they hear me talk, they're like, what the hell? Like, I never did that.
that's, what the hell? It makes me think of when I moved out west, northwestern Montana. We moved out there. It was 5 families. There was five different families. We went together. We partnered up, bought ourselves 80 acres, and blah blah blah. It's a big long story, but we get out there. The very first thing one of the guys does is he puts up a big old flagpole and puts the American flag up on this barren. I mean, it's wooded with one little meadow. 80 acres with this huge, it looked like the old Perkins giant American flag up there where you can see it for 30 miles, Well, we're in a town of about 185 people. Holy shit, half the town shows up. There's a radical bunch. We got to find out who these characters are. Jesus Christ. I drove down to the gate of the property because there's like 8 vehicles down there. And I thought, what the hell are they doing? I went down to the gate and I opened the gate and I come walking out. And this guy goes, what kind of rebel shit's going on up there on that hill? And I said, I don't know. I walked in here trying to figure that shit out myself. I said, I don't know. If you got the balls, go on up there. And I started flying cars in, that they remembered that shit. A year later, all the locals in town are saying to me, yeah, them damn outsiders that live up on the hill here. And that's the way they're talking to me. And I'm going, yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy bunch. But it was my first initial reaction to them that told them, yeah, he's cool. He's an insider now. Yeah, we'll make him an insider. But them other people, because they didn't want to communicate with them in any fashion. The locals can mind their own business. Oh, no. You don't go into small town America anywhere with this. You can mind your own business. Because guess what? All them people that I moved out there with were from Minnesota. Unless you were there in Montana. Then they were from California.
Oh shit! If you're good people, I got your back till the end. But if you're an asshole, I will F you up. I mean, that's just the way it is. So,
well, and they got madder than hell because I said, you keep my investment into our project and stick it up your ass. I'm going to go live with the locals. And I did very well with the locals. They still today, now we're talking 30 years later, those folks are still having trouble out there with the locals because they just never became one. They just didn't. All they needed to do is let the locals know, I'm here forever and I want to be one of you.
Well, what the best
and let them know, I need your advice. I need you to tell me how to be like you. I want to be one of you, so I need your help. Boy, they love to help you.
Oh yeah.
But the minute you say, no, now you're in trouble.
What I love about our community is we don't have to agree. We don't agree on a lot of stuff, but we all recognize good people. We don't have to agree on stuff, but if you're good folks, like I said, I'll ride with you till the end. I don't care.
That's it.
So
I had somebody that they drug my ass into court. They were trying to sue me, and they were just really being assholes, really being terrible. And everybody knew that me and that individual just never would see eye to eye, ever. that guy, it was about 20 below, and I saw his truck sitting on the side of the highway, and he's sitting in that truck, and it ain't running. And I thought, that ain't good. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I stopped, and he saw it was me, and he goes, whoa, whoa, what are you pissed off about? I said, nothing. I said, I'm not pissed off about nothing. I said, what's up with the truck? Why are you just sitting there? He goes, stalled on me. He says, I can't get it going. I had a tow stripe. I said, let's tow you into town. And I towed him all the way into town. We got into town to a local gas station. And he goes, I can't believe you helped me out. He says, crying out loud, we cross the street whenever we see each other. I said, whenever we see each other, neither one of us are in trouble. Neither one of us need a hand. I said, yeah. I said, nobody was stopping for you. I said, that's bullshit. And he says, but you don't like me. I said, you're right. I don't like you. I said, but I don't want you freezing to death out on the damn highway either.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, when we see each other, boy, he's right up there, wants to shake my hand, and we BS for an hour or two. And we hated each other until I pulled him into town one night on a freezing night. Not because I liked him or disliked him, just because nobody needs to go through that kind of shit. And I was there and I could help them, you know. So it proved to me that, yeah, man, if I wouldn't have stopped there, him and I still hate each other, you know. and now, yeah, we get along just fine. We get along really good. Because he realized too that, yeah, it was pretty petty, you know, being so pissed off at each other.
You know, hate's a strong word. Most people hate each other for no reason. You know, by the time when you really get down to it, I mean, you don't really hate. You know, there's very few people you actually hate. I mean, there may be some good reasons to hate one or two people in your life, but you don't really hate these folks. I mean,
how many people in your life, even if you don't like them, that you'd stand by and watch them suffer and be in pain, and you know you could do something to alleviate that. You're going to just stand there and watch it happen. You hate them that much that you're going to watch them go through something you would never want to go through. That's me. I mean, all that hate crap can go right out the window when somebody's really in dire need.
I think that's the magic of the community here is, you know, we're just trying to spread the love, I guess you would say. But we all really care about each other, whether we agree or not.
That's right. Chasing the Reaper, Candy, great to see y'all. Yeah, neighbor girl, that's right. It doesn't pay to hate people. I mean, I've got family where they go, you just hate me. And I go, no, I don't hate you. I can't stand your ass. You know, you're a pain in my ass. That's a fact. But I don't hate you for it.
Yeah.
I still love you, but I don't like your actions. I don't like the things you do. Not
going to spend my time and energy fighting with you, but I'll be there for you.
That's it. And I don't do favors for people I dislike. I don't do favors for them. Will I be there if they're in need? Yeah, I'll be there for you if you're in actual need. But don't come to me asking for a favor.
You know, most folks that pick a fight with you are just trying to get your attention. Because they want to be around you. I mean, that's really it.
A lot of you're ringing that bell, right? Because there's a lot of folks, they'll start something because they want to keep you engaged with them. They don't want to lose you. They don't want you walking away from them and leaving them. They want you to continue being engaged with them. And that's it. You know, people, that's a natural human behavior to be wanted. You know, that you want to feel that somebody wants to be around you. You know, Hey, go fish.
Jason, hello. Hey, that's the thing about all this social media stuff is we all just need to be promoting positive stuff. I don't know. People they dive way into this negative stuff, and it's just like, why waste your energy on that? Just it's all bull crap. It's all stuff that they're feeding us. So,
Yeah.
as long as we stick together and stay positive, we'll be fine. That's what I want to see from folks in any social media. Just be positive, Geez, what else do we got?
And for two things, I never knew there were so many dead horses, and I never ever imagined so many people willing to kick them. I mean, you hear the same negative rhetoric over and over and over, and it's like, and it's not that all these people are repeating the same thing. No, all these people are repeating what they've said over and over and over. And so it's for me to repeat somebody else, just to copy them and say, oh yeah, this and this and this and this.
Well, I don't want to live in an echo.
That's not as bad as not letting it lay at that. You got to keep repeating it. No.
I don't want to live in an echo chamber. I mean, hell, I might be wrong. I need to hear the other side of things. So, I don't dismiss anything. I never dismiss.
See, that's it. That's me too. That's me too. I want to hear every possible source I can get information from.
I just look and listen and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walk away from drama.
That's it. And I don't fault somebody, it gets into this business of, well, that's your truth and this is my truth. Well, Jesus Christ. How can you have two of the same truth, but they're totally opposite? Now, the thing is you can qualify that statement, and I can say, this is what I see as truth today with the information that I have. The things I've seen, the things I've experienced, the things I've done brought me to this conclusion.
Yeah.
And to me, at this point, I feel that's proof enough to call it my truth. That's the truth in my mind. But if you got information I have not seen, share it with me, for God's sakes, because I tell you what, personal truth is nothing but a kind of a polished up opinion. It's a polished opinion. So you can change it. You can remold it.
Oh, yeah.
If you get all the information. And that's too many people they want to wear those blinders.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear anything else. They don't want to see anything else. And it's like, no, you need to hear the other side of the story.
Oh, yeah. I try to take it all in, and I promise you I will never be a hypocrite. I try to take everything in. I listen to everything from every side of every issue. But whatever you hear from me, I mean, that's from me. That's what I am feeling at that time. Right. That doesn't mean I can't change my mind, but that is what I'm feeling at that time.
That is, and that's it is when you take a position, it doesn't mean it's permanent. I mean, okay, so you get up on a balance beam and you're up there balancing on one hand. You've just taken a position. Will that position change? Eventually, I think it will. Maybe you're that tough that it never will, but I think you'll change that position eventually. And the thing is not to have. I don't mind someone saying, "Oh, I think you're mistaken. You're totally mistaken," or saying a specific fact. there's other parts of that fact you haven't considered. I don't mind that, but I can't stand it when somebody starts shoving down my throat. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'll show you. You want to see what's wrong? Is me pounding the shit out of you, and then I get stuck paying the goddamn bills for it because you were the asshole that deserved it. Well, hey, Lord Jones.
Just because I don't agree with you, I mean, doesn't mean you're not wrong. I mean, it just I don't agree with you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why people take stuff so personally nowadays.
And that's it. It goes right back to where you started with this, and that's people should just try to be happy. For crying out loud. You get through life a lot better just trying to be happy in a day. And to take things so personal that it affects you negatively. Now that's where, like Jimmy and I were talking, you're in control of that.
Yeah.
You don't have to take it that damn personal. You can just say, well, that's like when Joe Weymouth and I, we've got this great understanding. Yeah. When him and I get going at it, one of us will go, "Oh, shut up, you sexy bitch! You just shut up." And it brings us right back to an even keel.
That's right. Nobody's got control over your conduct but you.
Right.
If you let somebody else get you worked up where you're ashamed of the actions that you do, that's your own damn fault.
Yeah. See, and that's it. Is I've had guys that I've come down really hard on. And they go, "Well, you didn't have to be that way and this and that." And I said, "You asked me for it." I said, "Yeah, I didn't. I totally admit you're right. I didn't have to come down that hard on you. Didn't have to. I chose to." And that's it. You take responsibility for those actions. And sometimes it's not fun to take that responsibility because an apology has to be attached to it.
I've been the asshole in plenty of situations. I've gone back and reviewed myself and been like, "Damn, dude, what were you thinking?" I mean, you just got to be man enough to admit that. Like, I was the butthole there. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Waterbug. This beard was, cropped to just, not a hell of a lot more than a goatee just 3 years ago. Yeah. It takes me to fully grow it out this length, it takes me about 3 years.
Dang. I'm 4 months into this one now. What do you think?
How many? 4?
Yeah. I'm about 4.5 inches in here.
I just can't seem to get mine to grow. I've tried, but damn it.
Sam, how about you? How long are you in the year, Sam?
I've been working on mine for 30 plus years.
Oh, man.
There you go.
I feel better now. Dang, Granny's growing good.
Granny brought that up, and she's using herself as the example just to rub it in Phil's nose. Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. Don't you be talking about Southern girls that way, Phil.
I don't know what he said about Southern girls. I don't remember.
But they all got beards like me.
Oh, okay.
Well, he messed up. He didn't say they all have beards like me. He just said, them Southern girls, they got beards like Sty's. Well, now that's almost like saying all of them, right?
See, someday he's going to have to come down here, and I'm going to introduce him to some of these Southern girls. He's going to have a little reckoning there. But to be fair, I did move out of here to get married. So I had to put one branch on the family tree. I mean, come on.
Well, obviously you can make a good choice. It might not happen often, Jimmy, but at least you made one really good one there.
Oh, thank God Marcedale come across me because, I mean, I was a dumbass. No telling where my life would be right now if I hadn't met hers.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Shane, good to see ya.
Hey, ma'am, how you doing?
The yeah. You know, when
I was the
I
biggest
had
screw up in the world.
back when I had the camp, a lot of my clients, they come from all over the country. In fact, I had two that were from out of country. It was two gals that were going to a university in Sydney, Australia. One was from New Zealand, one was from Australia, and had them at camp for a week. But all these people that would come through camp, it was amazing how many of them asked me, how can you get along with all of these different personality types? Oh my God, did I see different personalities out there too?
Oh, man.
And I told them, I said, because I don't set expectations on people. I don't set a single expectation on anybody, because if you want to disappoint yourself, set an expectation on another person.
Yeah.
You're not them. Don't you set their expectations, and read them for the level of expectations they have for themselves.
Yep.
And then you can understand them much better.
One thing I can promise you is you don't ever have to live up to my expectations, because I just want you to be you. I just want you to be happy.
That's right. Yeah, I don't want to hear what I want to hear. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
I'll go talk to myself if I want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah, I'll go talk in the mirror all day long. Be right every time.
You're lucky. I argue with myself all the time.
Oh, shit. I got Marcel to argue with. She'll pop a knot on my head or grab me by the ear, one of the two.
Yeah. At least it's an interactive relationship.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
I am the luckiest man alive, in the immortal words of John Fogerty.
You got a beautiful woman there to keep you in line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She damn sure does, Sam.
Oh, we can tell.
My ears are sore all the time. No, she's awesome. I literally would not be here without that lady. So, yeah, I will immortally be grateful for her. I have no idea why she picked me. I have no idea.
Night, Mike.
Well, good night, Mike.
Good night,
Love you,
Mike.
You need to take care of yourself, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Don't overdo nothing.
Yeah, put a bell on Earl, for God's sakes.
Yeah, paint them orange. Paint them bright orange. Yeah. Warning cat.
I can see Earl doing that, though.
Oh, man, yeah. God, when we had cats around the house, which was, oh, God, it seemed like forever. We always had cats around. I was tripping, falling all the time. I went down the stairs a couple of times. And what I really hate is when you're stepping down
Earl's in the microwave.
and you feel that soft cat under your foot.
Yeah.
And you don't want to kill the cat, so you kill yourself, you know. Boom, down the stairs, and effing cat. And the cat's like, well, you dummy, if you would have just stepped on me, you would have survived. I would have been the one bitching, you know. And the cat's looking at you like you were the dummy, you know.
Now, what's your cat's name, Sam? I forget.
Tyga. He's
Tyga.
shed all over my lap.
Oh, man.
He's a furry little man.
He's there.
I had this is funnier than hell. I had this business associate, independently wealthy. I mean, the guy's net worth was over $650 million. he come to the house. He wasn't supposed to come to the house. I was supposed to meet him out at the airport. No. He gets to the airport, grabs a rental car, and zips over to my house. He
Yeah.
comes in the house, and at the time, we had a beautiful Victorian home, and he comes in, and this guy, he always looks really, really top notch. I mean, and the boy wears a cheap suit's $3,000, you know.
Damn.
He comes in wearing this black suit, and he sits down, and we got this big ass, long haired, black and white cat. That, and I tell you what, that as much as that cat would shed, you could make a coat every year out of that cat's fur. How much fur that cat would shed. That cat jumped on the back of the couch and is walking past behind him, and he goes, "Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty!" And he grabs that big cat and pulls it down in his lap, and he's talking, and he's a guy who doesn't pay attention to anything around him when he's talking to you, and he's talking, and he's petting that cat, and I can see all that fur in the air around him. He looked like Pigpen off of Peanuts, you know, with that dust cloud, but it was all cat fur. He petting that cat. And he must have pet that cat for about 45 minutes or so, and that cat rubbing up against him. And then he goes, "Well, I got to get my ass back out to the airport." He says, "Good talking to you." He says, "And I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call tomorrow." I said, "Okay." And he lets the cat down just gently on the floor, and he gets up, and all he does is he grabs the front of his coat and kind of pulls it and straightens it out, never looks down at all. And I'm looking, and this guy's got the biggest white patch of fur down the front of this thousands of dollars suit, and it's down his pant legs all the way to his knees. And he walked out the door looking like that. Shit. I didn't hear from him for almost 3 months. He was supposed to call me the next day. I didn't hear from him for about 3 months. Then finally he needed me, so he did call. So, but that was so damn embarrassing. But he sure loved that cat. He just loved that cat.
Oh.
He got in front of a mirror somewhere, or somebody said, "Whoa, what the hell you been doing? Wrestling with a skunk?" Yeah. That was one odd character, though. Here he is, independently wealthy. He owns his own Learjet and travels all over the world, does whatever the hell he wants, basically. But yet that man will wear a $3,000, $5,000, $8,000 suit, and the son of a bitch is wearing Walmart crew socks, white crew socks with goddamn $1,000 shoes. But he won't wear anything except the cheapest crew sock Walmart will sell. And I told him, I said, you know, that's I've noticed that with a lot of people with a lot of money, they're a little off. I mean, they got weird little things.
It's crazy how the super rich people get super cheap on stuff, isn't it, Sty?
Oh, some of them, yeah. Oh, that's this guy. I mean, so he flies into town. He calls around town, finds out, yeah, I'm best off getting a Cadillac from the Chevy dealer down here for me to use for the day, you know, because there's no Mercedes dealers in this town. You know, he ain't going to get no fancy European car or anything here. Well, but I went out to Portland, Oregon, and ended up that I was able to go out to his house. He says, "Oh, you're in the airport here in Portland." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't fly out for another 8 hours." He says, "I'm going to come and get you. You'll come over to the house. We'll talk some business." I said, "Oh, cool. Okay." He says, "Meet me out front." I went out front of the airport there, and I'm waiting, you know, and taxis going through and limos going through. Every time I saw a big fancy, especially these big Mercedes limos and that coming by, I'm going, there he is. All of a sudden, this old, what the hell was that? 1970 Toronado had the front wheel drive, big ass, ugly Oldsmobile or Buick or whatever the hell they were. And it's all rusty, nasty looking, comes pulling up, and he leans out the passenger window. Well, don't just stand there, get in the car. I go, what the hell's with this thing? I get in the car, and it's smoky, and it smells of exhaust, and it's loud. And I go, what's with this car? He says, I bought this thing brand new. He says, and can you believe it? It's still running. It's got almost 400,000 miles on it. I said, what the hell's wrong with you? I said, you've got $1 million a year play budget just to play with this away. And you're driving that? I wouldn't give you $150 for that thing. He goes, you're damn right. Because that's not for sale. We get to his house. He's got a 1-bedroom house on a 150 by 150 foot lot.
God.
I go, what's this? I'm thinking, all right, he's definitely working for the mob or something here. He's undercover somehow or something. You know, he's hiding from somebody. No, that's his house. You go in his house, and a typical bachelor's house. There's shit laying all over the place. But yet that guy's flying all over the world, meeting with all these big money people in his Learjet. But when he goes home, it's that old 1970 Tornado and his little 1-bedroom shack.
Yeah,
but yet he's got $650 million sitting in the bank. But he said, and I believe him. I totally agree with him. He says, I live in my house and my car reflect who I was. He says, not who I've become. It's who I was. That's who I was. Because he said, I made all my money. It wasn't given to me. He says, I started with nothing. I borrowed $40,000. And he says, 24 years later, I got $650 million flush.
Damn.
And so he was self-made, and he couldn't give up his heritage. So that's the way he was brought up, man. Yeah, you're single guy, you live in a little 1-bedroom shack, and you got empty beer bottles laying all over the place. And yeah,
living life when you're super rich. There's got to be like playing a video game with a cheat code. Like you get to the point where nothing really matters at all anymore. So I'm almost glad that I do what I do, and I live in my old double wide trailer because things mean a lot more to me than some guy that's super rich. So count your blessings. Count your blessings where you can find them.
See, and that's the thing is my career. I managed millions upon millions of dollars. The one casino project was $500 million. It was $500 million invested in that casino project.
Mm-hmm.
And people are saying to me, Sty, why don't you buy a new car? I said, because for some reason I just can't come up with the ching for it. I said, just trying to keep the wife happy and buying whatever the hell she wants. I don't seem to be able to have enough money to get things I want. They said, you're making it. The one tribe I worked for, I brought into that tribe a little over $50 million in 4 years. And they said, you can bring that tribe in $50 million. You're driving around in the biggest piece of shit town. I said, I'm my own worst bookkeeper. I have no time to keep my own damn books because I do that for a living. I don't want to do it when I come home. So, I live paycheck to paycheck. I just live. And that's a downfall of mine in a sense, a weakness in a sense is if I got it, I have more fun giving it away than hanging on to it.
Wow.
I like giving when I can, when it's there. Boy, I have to give it because once it's given, it's gone. I don't have to worry about it. The hard part was my ex-wife understood that about me. Oh yeah, he'll just keep buying for me. Yeah, whatever I want.
I don't live paycheck to paycheck, but I'm pretty damn happy. Yeah.
Well, that's it. I don't regret the way I spent my money over the years. I don't regret a single thing because that money wouldn't have made me happy anyway.
I spend all my money on my grandkids anyway.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, them kids got me wrapped around their little finger. I'll buy them whatever they want.
Yeah.
And I love it. You can bury me a happy man tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Here goes the neighborhood.
Christina. Uh-oh.
Hey,
There he is.
Hey.
Oh,
Did
look
you
at
pour
that. I
some
like
gravy on me shirt on? Is that what that is? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I got 210 too.
that. Cool. Very
Put
nice.
some gravy on it.
Ooh.
Put some gravy on me. You go down better that way.
You usually have our lights on. It looks cool with the
Yeah,
background.
I do this on Tuesday nights a lot when I go on the panel there.
Hmm.
Actually, I do it all night Tuesday, and then in the night when I go on the panel with Jimmy and them, it's nice and it's just I feel more relaxed when the lights aren't bright and stuff in here. So
Yeah.
He's like, hey now, put your lights on.
With that shirt in your background, the contrast of the dark areas, it pops. It looks good. Looks good.
Sure does.
it's almost saying orange looked good on me. The last time I wore it, I was like, I don't see it, but okay,
Yeah,
You're colorblind anyway.
right?
You're colorblind.
What's
Oh, I don't like this color on me. What the fuck? You can't see color. What the hell are you talking about?
Hold on a second here.
You
Yeah,
ever
I'm
wondered
looking
on
for
how
it.
the hell you would ever know if you were colorblind or not? Like,
'cause
my
everybody tells me
green
I'm
could be
colorblind.
completely different from Sam's or Granny's green. I have no idea what green really
It's not
is.
green.
Me either. I know what I think green is, but not what
Mhm.
everybody else thinks green is.
That's a friend of mine that he's majorly colorblind. Everything he sees is in shades from white to black. That's it.
Yeah, but they're not. But at least for me, they're not white to black. I don't know what everybody
Right.
else sees. I know what I see, and I know I see some colors, but I know I see them the way I see them. I don't see them
Right.
the way other people see them. Where the hell did
Right.
StreamYard?
Well,
Maybe-
how could I
but this
ever
guy-
know that my red is the same red that Sty sees? There's no way to ever know that.
Right.
Right, exactly. It's because we give a name, a title to what we see.
There's so
And
many
if you-
different range of
if-
colors.
Right. And as you're growing up on the basic colors, your teacher says, this is blue, this is green, this is yellow, this is orange.
Well, I
this
mean,
is red.
even if
And
we're
you-
seeing the
you
same
learn those.
wavelength, doesn't mean we're seeing the same color. Doesn't mean our brains are interpreting it the
right,
same way.
Right. And that's why we got to give colors names
Mm-hmm.
because
The wavelength.
my red might not be the exact same red that Jimmy sees, but to both of us, that's red.
Mm-hmm.
We might be seeing it differently, but we both identify that as that's red. But no, this buddy of mine, everything he saw was in shades of gray, right? So when 50 Shades of Gray came out, he goes, "They wrote a fucking book about me." I said, he says it's got to be about colorblind people. I said,
No,
stupid
No,
people.
not
I
really.
said, stupid people like you. I said, read it, you moron.
You moron.
That book
Colorblind folks.
What?
Hey, the round table.
Hey, Lisa.
What are you waggling your finger at, Granny?
that book, 50 Shades of Grey, that
Mhm.
aggravates the daylights on me because I know I read that years and years before it came out and was popular. I know I did.
Granny didn't know the book came out. Granny lived the book back in the day.
I
Yeah,
know that book was written years before it came out.
Oh Lord.
There's a line. There's a line in the Bible that says there is nothing to come that hasn't happened in the past.
Well, that book was written before.
It's like Granny's trying to prove that. She's trying to prove that. They wrote that damn book back in 1835. I know it.
Well, not that long ago. Shoot, I'm not that old.
I bet Granny could write some books.
I bet she could too. Mhm.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh boy, her editor would have a hell of a job, wouldn't he?
The
Yeah.
hell is this?
Hey, Joseph.
Hey,
Earl.
Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
Go Fish is
Oh,
bringing
shit.
all kinds of people tonight.
Yes, Go Fish. Thank you. Your share's really gone a long ways. Hey, I gotta do this. We're an hour 40 minutes into this. I gotta do this because I gotta put out a shout for all of my great channel members here, real quick. It only takes a minute. There's a great bunch of folks. Any channel you saw on that list, if you haven't got them, get over there and get them. They're great, great folks. Hey, this one's for Oji-san.
Ooh.
He was yelling at me to do this back in our conversation much earlier, and it was, and I wondered to myself, does he feel that people are putting him off and ignoring him and just walking over him? But here it is, Jimmy.
No,
I hope you enjoy.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch! Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Now that doesn't happen often, but when it does, it pisses you off. I mean, Jesus. Jesus, Mary, Mother, and Joseph. Now, I get to explain that one to you. One little...
I'm not going to explain it because Phil keeps going, no, you just tripped over your own damn
Clumsy
feet.
old part.
What are you clumsy old part?
That's the greatest piece of footage you've ever put on YouTube, Sty.
you know, and you know why... You know why we have that footage? It's because of Crazy Ann. She chewed me out in a private chat. She goes, Sty, I want you to wear that camera all the time. All the time. You never take it off. And you keep it running. You can delete the stuff that ain't no good. But for that one thing, you got to have that camera there, Sty. So I took her word for it on that hike, and I wore it through. That was about a 4-hour hike, and I had 4 hours of footage, and I whittled it down to a 1-hour video.
It puts a smile on my face every time, Sty. So, every time I see that, it makes me happy. So.
Every one of my crash and burns, people just love it. I don't know why people want to see me hurt all the time. I don't know.
No, I don't want to
At
see
least
you
I feel
hurt.
wanted, you know. That's the way I look at it. It's like we were saying there, Jimmy, that you gotta look on the brighter side of things, and I see it as, hey, that people want to see that. Boy, that's good. I did something good for them, you know.
Yeah. I mean, nobody wants to hear me sing, but they will all show up for one of my karaoke parties, right, Phil?
That's right.
Yeah.
That was good, man. The problem was everybody around me was trying to sleep, and it was like, nope.
It was a good time. Someday maybe I'll have weekends off. God, if I ever get weekends off, imagine the crap we'll get into.
Yeah, Joseph. I don't get really hurt. I mean, all my crash and burns. It's just it's my ego for 15, 20 minutes, and that's the sum of the real hurt. You know, I still wish I would have had the camera on me when I broke my ankle there summer before last, because that would have been a good one, me crawling through the bushes all the way back in the camp. Yeah, people wouldn't have liked, though, if I would have had the camera on my hat when I was looking down at that foot, and the foot was at a 90-degree angle to my shin.
Shit, you'd have a million subs, and
you could literally hear it pop, 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 pop as it went back into place. If I would have had that on film, damn, yeah. So Ann put me onto that. That GoPro goes with me everywhere now. I keep it handy.
I don't take my GoPro everywhere with me because I mean I would probably sink my channel.
Well, I had my doctor's appointment today, so I'm sitting there. The nurse comes in, asks you all the same old damn questions, and you tell them, none of that shit ever changes. Why do you keep asking? What the hell? And then they ask you for your address. Oh, yeah. I move every 6 months. Of course, it's got to be different, right? Well, finally, the doctor comes in. And there's these signs all over the clinic, all over the place, that said, for the protection of the privacy of our patients, please, no filming with phones, cameras, blah, 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 right? And there's a big one in the exam rooms. Each one right on the back of the doors says that you can't video in here, right? Come in, doctor comes in, and she closes the door, and she sits down, and she goes, well, so how are you doing? And I go, oh, wait a minute, I better shut my camera off. What? She goes, you can't have your camera in here. You can't be filming in there. Just laughed my ass off. I said, well, I got a YouTube channel. I was going to try to make you famous tonight, but she goes, you ever put me on any video of me on your channel, she says, you will need a doctor. I think she could hurt me too. Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Lizzie Ann, hello.
What's up, Lizzie Ann? What's up? It was one of those days today. I had, a late lunch because I was busy delivering a car to a customer, come back from my late lunch, kind of lollygagging around, and then I forgot I had a 5:30 customers come in. They wanted to buy a car, and then that kept me until like 20 minutes after closing. I kept everybody late. So that's why I'm late getting up here tonight. That and I had to poop.
Well, did I just see you say you had tomorrow off?
I do. I usually have Fridays off.
Yeah, Friday.
Although that may change next month just because I didn't do as well. Yeah, I had a bad month this month, so we'll see how that turns out. I might get a different day off. I might not get the day off of my choice for the next quarter, so we'll see. It's amazing you have one bad month that screws everything up. Why is my camera? Stop it. Rah. Focus.
Bra.
Something like that.
Take the bra off the camera and it'll come in better.
Mana, what's up?
Mana. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I've been sweating. I only see the doctor once every 6 months. And for about 2 months, yeah. And well, that's not bad for an old heart attack, diabetic, old fart like me, you know. That's pretty good. You only have to see the doc once every 6 months. And
I guess you can get nothing better to do.
I'll tell you.
Go on with the story. Go on with the story. Forget
for
about
the
me.
$300. For the $300 it cost me to go see that doctor today, there's a lot of better things I could have figured out to do for $300. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, she gave me. She says, I'm giving you a 95% clean bill of health, and I go, well, why only 95%? She says, well, your blood work isn't done yet. Labs aren't done yet. She says, when the labs are done, that might go down to 75%. Or maybe I'll say, yeah, you got 100%. And so I don't like that. I don't like that crap, you know, keep you thinking kind of thing. I said, well, when will you have the lab results? She says, oh, you'll get them tomorrow morning. She says, you can go online and get your lab results. I said, well, okay, fine. But at the doctor's office today, you know, they check your vitals. The gal checks my blood pressure, and she goes, well, I got to redo this. And she does it again. She goes, one more time. She does a test. And she goes, did something upset you on the way to the clinic? I go, why? She goes, your blood pressure's up there a bit. And I go, oh, well, that was an hour ago. She says, it must have really pissed you off, whatever it was. I said, yeah. I pulled in front of the clinic, and there's nobody. There's nobody on that main drag at all. Nobody. Just me. I pull up, and I'm thinking, perfect spot. There's the door. But I'm not going to stay because my appointment's not for an hour yet. I just wanted to. I've never been in that particular building, and I wanted to figure out, what door do I go into? I found it. I'm happy. And then here comes some asshole, comes past me, pulls in front of me, backs all the way up to the bumper of my truck. And they're in a little stinking SUV, and they back right up to the bump. I mean, I couldn't put my fist in between the two bumpers. And I'm sitting in there thinking, you ass, you're lucky there's nobody behind me. And no more than said that to myself, I looked in the mirror, and here comes this character up behind me, pulls right up to the trailer hitch of my truck. Jumps out of their car, runs across the street into some store. I'm stuck. I can't, I mean, literally, the space between both ends of the vehicle, I might have had 6 inches, maybe 8 inches of play there. There was no getting out of there. There's no way I could get out of there. And what stopped me from just going ballistic and just shoving one of them out of the way, I'm thinking, yeah, probably the trailer hitch. But then what if it gets stuck in his grill and I end up dragging his car down the street? Awesome. That would, if somebody had a camera going, yeah.
No camera. No.
But I watched this movie last night. I was telling these folks, I don't buy movies unless I can buy them dirt cheap, right? Well, I caved in and I bought this movie, and it's called Unhinged. And it stars Russell Crowe. Oh my God, Phil, you got to watch Unhinged.
Oh yeah,
you following that guy in that parking lot on your road rage thing?
Ooh, oh yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh no, you didn't. It's not on video at all. Oh. But after watching that movie, I thought of you and you pulling in next to that guy in that parking lot. I thought, oh my God! After watching that movie, I'm glad Phil's still here. Yeah, you talk about, that was the most major road rage movie I have ever seen in my life.
Really?
And there I'm sitting with these 2 cars, got me boxed in that tight, and I started thinking like that maniac in that movie. That, oh yeah, you want to be disrespectful on the road? Yeah. You watch that bugger.
Be polite on the road, you know.
What?
I just want to go from point A. Me personally, just want to go from point A to point B. You know,
Yep.
Do the speed limit or more, and I'm happy. Don't be an idiot, and don't do the same speed as someone in the lane next to you. If you're in the left side, you should either be passing the other person or you should fall down and behind them. You should not go the same speed as the person next to you. If that's unless you're going to get in the left-hand lane to turn left, just get the hell out of my way.
And don't get up there and speed up every time you speed up.
Anne says I should have a video camera in my car. And she said that would be an entire brand new channel that everybody would love. But, you know.
Oh, and there's a lot of folks that do it. I mean, I watch those videos. These guys that they got their dash mount camera, and you can hear them in there, and they're just ranting and raving and road raging and on. And then you got the guys that they got the cameras to catch the road ragers out there to see them, you know. But oh yeah.
I don't do anything. I rant raved myself. I rant raved myself, and I tell the person in the car in front of me that can't hear me what a fucking idiot they are. Excuse my language, but I tell them what an idiot they are, and to tell them to have a nice day when I go around them eventually.
You watch Unhinged, and it all was caused because of a honking of a horn. Some idiot sitting in the intersection, and the person behind them is in a hurry. They got to get somewhere, and it's like, come on, the light is fucking green. And they sat there, so they start blasting the horn. Well, that guy catches up with them down the road and pulls up beside him and says, "Hey, have you ever heard of a courtesy beep?" And he goes, "Beep, beep, beep, beep." He says, "That's a courtesy beep." He says, "I've had a very rough day." And he said, "And you just made it worse." Little did she know, the gal that was blasting the horn, that guy just got through murdering his wife and her boyfriend and burning the house down.
Ow.
And he's sitting at an intersection contemplating, well, now what do? I just committed murder, and now this bitch is honking at me. I'll fix her. Yeah. And I tell you, that movie freaked me out. I own it. I don't know if I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
it was just like,
yeah, I've seen them make Russell Crowe a villain until now, and that was pretty crazy.
I got to see about that.
Yeah. Oh, and
I like me some Russell Crowe.
He's chubby in this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's real chubby. He's a chubby fat guy.
Oh, I like when Stallone played the chubby cop. That was funny.
Yeah.
What was that? Copland?
Something like I think it was.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Water bug.
Yeah, that movie gave me a whole different understanding of road rage. But see, now I did that when I was younger. We had two kids at the time, and one of them was in a car seat, and I'm going down the street, and some asshole comes out of a Kmart parking lot that's got a stop sign at the street, runs the stop sign right in front of me, and I damn near T-bone him. I locked up the brakes, and my daughter's in the car seat. This is back in the days where it was, oh yeah, have all your kids facing forward. What the hell, kind of thing. So they hear that kid's hanging upside down out of her car seat, all tangled up in her straps and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, he could have killed my freaking family. I chased him to the next stoplight, and the light turns red. I come flying up behind him. I jump out of the car. And I started yelling at him, "Get out of your car, you son of a bitch! I'm going to teach you a thing or two." And this 6'7" brute of a motherfucker gets out of his car and he goes, "You're going to do what?" I go, "I'm going to head east. Bye." Run like hell back to the car. Jesus Christ, did I pick the wrong guy to want to beat up?
And Chappie,
he would have whopped the hell out of me right there in the street. Now, after watching that movie last night, I'm lucky he wasn't Russell Crowe. God.
Well, my daughter went road rage on her, and he come back to her car, and he started spitting down in her window, and she just grabbed hold of him, pulled him in the damn window.
Well, that's the thing is grab them and then start driving off. Yeah.
Made the
What
newspaper
hang it up in my car.
somewhere. That was awful.
He said, "I'm not intentionally ignoring you."
He got up in her face and started cussing her and stuff, and she just.
I had a guy probably within the last year. I pull out of my driveway, and I can see a pickup truck way far off in the distance. I pull out of my driveway, and I'm going down the road, and this guy gets right up, and I get out, and I get up to the speed pretty quickly. I'm doing 55, 60 in a 50. I'm out in the country, and this guy gets right up on my ass. So eventually, I'm just tired of him riding up my ass, and I kind of pull 2 tires off on the shoulder, slow way down so he can get around me because obviously he's in a hurry. And I'm like, I throw a hand up. So when we get up about half a mile up the road, there's a stop sign. We come to a stop. He's sitting there. I coming up to him. The guy gets out of his car and starts coming towards me. He thinks he's going to intimidate me. I put my vehicle in park, and I get out of my vehicle, and of course then he starts. What was all that about? I says, well, obviously you were in a bigger hurry than I was, so I pulled over and let you go by. Is there a problem? No. He gets back in his car because he thought he was going to get, he thought it was going to be guy too. He thought he was going to get out, intimidate someone, and maybe even come up to someone's window and then not get out of their vehicle. Of course, we're out in the country, so we don't have any other cars to worry about or anything else. But he thought he was going to intimidate somebody. And now if he'd had a gun or something, or if I had a gun, he might have had a problem. But I wasn't gonna sit in my car and let someone come up to the window of my car, and I'd be put in a position where I'm defenseless. Because if you're sitting in your car and someone comes up to your window of your car, they're sitting outside your car. There's not a whole lot you can do. So
my daughter did. She pulled him in there.
I never thought of that. That might not be a bad idea. Pull a person in and then just start driving. See what happens.
Yep.
His car was right in front of mine. So
I actually watched a carjacking instructional video on how to defend yourself in certain types of carjackings. Now, if they're not armed, if they don't have a handgun in your face, they walk up to your window and say, "Get out of the car." Well, yeah, just get out of the car. Let them take the dumb bitch. But if they haven't got a weapon on them, they say if they get close enough to your window, get a hold of them, throw your car and drive and take off and hang on to them as long as you can. And then when you can't hang on anymore, let them go and just keep driving. They say it's one of the best self-defense methods and if someone don't ever pull up behind somebody that pulled over that you're all pissed off at, they're pissed off at you, don't ever pull up behind them close. You want at least one full car length between you and them so you can easily accelerate and just pull into traffic and go, run them over if you have to. If they're really threatening, they're packing a 2x4 or something. But here's one for you. When I was driving truck over the road, I drove a cab over tractor trailer. There's no nose on them. Well, my rig had 2 huge directional spotlights, and one on the driver's side, and then the one for the passenger side had a long rod that ran over to that spotlight. So I got these 2 big spotlights on the truck, and it had a bar on the top. What most people run fog lights, but those were all spotlights, and there was 5 of them across the roof of the truck. Okay, so I'm going down the road, the interstate in Pennsylvania, in the middle of the frickin' night. There ain't nobody else out there. I'm hammering down the road, and all of a sudden, here comes this car just flying up behind me. I thought, whoa, is he flying? He's going to come zipping past me. Nope. He pulled right up on the ass end of my truck, and he pulled over so that one set of headlights on bright is right in my driver's side mirror. And there he sat. And I drove about 20, 30 miles with that guy right on the ass end of my truck. And I tapped the trailer brakes once in a while so the brake lights would come on, hoping he'd back off. He never moved an inch. He stayed right there, kept them bright lights right in my mirror. And it's getting bad. I mean, it's getting so I can't even really make out the road in front of me anymore. And then here he comes. He comes whipping out, and he's coming down the length of my truck, just standing on it. And I thought, I got you, you son of a bitch. Because on my dash, I had 2 master switches. I could flip those on. It would turn that full light bar and both spotlights on at the same time. So as out of the corner of my eye, as I see the front end of his car coming by, I quit looking that way and just kept my eyes straight ahead. And I figured as soon as he comes around in front of me, I'm going to blast him with more light than he's ever imagined. As he comes around me and pulls right in front of me, I mean, cuts in, and in a cavalry, you can barely see the car in front of you. He's that close. Pulls in. I hit my bright lights and then hit those 2 master switches. And holy God, you could see about 5 miles down that highway. It just lit it up like 5 freight trains all of a sudden. All I saw was Penn State Highway Patrol on the trunk of that car. Son of a bitch. It was a state trooper. That fucking car was all over the highway. He was all over the highway. He couldn't see shit. He damn near put that car in the ditch. And he got way off in the left lane by the median, and he damn near came to a stop, and I just kept rolling like shut all them lights off, and I'm just gonna keep driving like I was speed limit, you know. Oh no, yeah, he caught up with me, pulled me over. Oh God, he was chewing me a new ass. What the hell do you think you're doing? I said, what do you think you were doing for a half an hour you were back there? Blinding the hell out of me with your brights. My brights were on? I said, I said, yes, they were on. And no, I did not know you were a cop. And after about 10 minutes of both of us finally coming to agreement, we were both in the wrong, you know. Okay, Sam. Sounds good. But we actually, at the end of the incident, both got a laugh out of it. But God, that scared the shit out of me. Penn State Highway Patrol. Bullshit! No.
Trying to get you to speed.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with what you do on the road. I had a situation when I was driving home from work one day, and this guy, I'm getting ready to make a left-hand turn probably in like a half a mile, and this guy is coming towards me, and he just got his brights on, and I just give the quick flash of my brights, right? And he completely ignores my little flash of the brights. He's getting closer to me, so I was like, well, fuck it. Now, of course, I've had a weird day at work, so I just flip my brights on. If he's gonna have his brights on when he goes by me, I'm gonna have mine on when he goes. Anyways, so of course he gets about 100 yards, maybe less than 100 yards, maybe 50 yards from me, and he turns his brights off finally. And I didn't. I was like, "Screw you!" And just as he's going by me the opposite direction, I see the reflective shit on his car. It's a cop.
It's a cop. Yep.
Of course it is, right?
Yeah.
And this of course is opening day of baseball season. Now, of course, I've been at work all day, but everybody else was coming home, and everybody else had been drinking heavily all day. Thank God I hadn't been drinking. And he pulls me over. Where are you coming from? I said, I'm coming from work. He says, all right. So he checked on my stuff and everything and let me go. But it was like, thank God, I hadn't been an opening day, or I hadn't had an ounce of alcohol or anything else in my system. He asked me, I says, well, you kept your lights on, your brights on pretty long. Of course, he defended himself. He didn't think he had him on that.
Right. Now here in Wisconsin, and the only ones I've ever seen enforce it are state troopers. County deputy sheriffs never do. Local PD doesn't. But here in Wisconsin, technically under the traffic regs, you are not allowed to flash a driver that's coming at you with bright lights on. If they got their brights on, you are not allowed to go, a quick flash of your bright lights at them. If a cop sees you do it, they can fine you $187.
Fuck them.
And they say the reasoning in that is you could disorientate that driver coming towards you, and he could cross center line and hit you. And I was arguing with a bunch of my cop friends who were all having coffee together at this big table at the local restaurant, and I go, Now wait a goddamn minute. I said, I've had these guys coming at me with their brights on, and I shit you not, I cannot frickin' see.
Right.
I don't know if I'm crossing the center line or not. I can't frickin' see. So if I flash him, he'll realize, oh my God, I'm blind, and the guy will dim his lights. And I said, that makes sense to me. And they said, well, no, what you should do is apply the brake and slowly ease to the right, to the shoulder of the road until he goes past you. You shouldn't be aggravating the situation by flashing your brights. You should just apply the brakes and ease off to the right. And I said, you people are fucking stupid, nuts.
Well, he told me,
and every one of my cop friends say, but you know, Sty, you know why the real reason is why that law is there? And I said, no, why? If it's not to not blind the other person. And they said, so we can afford new uniforms and fresh squad cars every 2 years. And I go, oh, Jesus. And they said, it's how else are we supposed to make money? It's another revenue rig is all it is. Yep, another revenue rig.
No, I was told by a cop at one point in time, I forget when it was that time or not. They said, when that happens, you're supposed to focus on the right line on the right-hand side of the road, just in front of your vehicle, and take your foot off the accelerator. You take your foot off the accelerator, you concentrate on that line on the road, and not what. Well, if I'm concentrating there and you're on the line here or on my side of the road, then I'm.
Yeah, you won't see it coming.
So
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, you know, and that's it. With with traffic, with a lot of our traffic regulations, they are literally, and I've been involved in government too many years, I guess, but they are literally designed to be revenue generators for the highway patrol and for local PDs and the sheriff's departments. They're designed to be.
If you look at your license, it says Department of Revenue. It don't say Department of Highway Safety.
That's well, here at least in Wisconsin, when you pay for anything related to your licensing, whether it be your vehicle or your personal driver's license, it's registration fee trust. That they passed a law years ago saying they're playing with that money. They're playing with that money. Now they created a trust. That money has to go into that trust, and it goes to highway dollars. It doesn't go to law enforcement or anybody else. It goes into repairing highways for your licensing fees. But see, and that's the thing too. That's okay. It's just like with the deer. Okay, so I buy the wife a beautiful Cadillac Eldorado. Well, only had 11 days. I'm on my way home from work driving the wife's new Cadillac. Boom! Hit a big frickin' deer. Only do about $5,000 worth of damage to the front end of my car. I'm pissed off. I pull off on the side of the road and I'm looking at that deer. Well, where I hit him, his whole hindquarters, back straps, and hindquarters all good. So I'm out there. I'm going to field dress that damn thing, take that meat home with me. Effed up my Cadillac. I'm taking that meat home. Here comes cop home. And he says, well, you can't take that deer unless we give you a tag. I said, well, give me a tag. He says, I got a buddy that needs that deer worse than you do. And I go, what? No, your buddy didn't hit the damn thing. Look at all the damage you did to my car. Here comes a DNR employee or warden. He comes pulling up. He goes, whoa, what's going on here? And I said, this cop's trying to steal my roadkill. And that DNR guy goes, well, we don't interfere with the local PD's jurisdiction. So, and I said, I need a statement from you. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, I need a statement from you. He says, for what? I said, this accident. He goes, I wasn't here. I said, but your deer was. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I can't have a deer unless I have a license and a tag. And I got to buy that from you. I said, so the state of Wisconsin says all the deer are owned by the state of Wisconsin, and they allow us to pay for a deer or two, and we can go out and get it. I said, so they're your deer? And he says, yeah. He says, I guess you're right. And I said, well, then I'm going to sue you for all the damages to my damn car. Your damn deer fucked my car up. He goes, no. I said, I'm in the right because the deer crossing sign's about 3 miles up ahead. That deer is way the hell out of his zone, and he belongs to you, and he ran out in the highway and smashed the shit out of my car. I think you need to pay for that. Damn right. And he stood there. And I thought he was going to start crying. And he goes, it makes perfect sense. I said, don't it? You insist it's your damn deer, but yet you're not willing to pay for the damages it creates? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not good with that shit. And then I had a cop. Okay, now this is terrible. I don't want anybody out there drinking and driving, period. No, don't ever take me wrong on that one. But here's the scoop. Just 2 months before I turned 18 years old, the state of Minnesota changed its drinking age from 21 to 18. Bad move. Sty's turning 18. Not that I hadn't been drinking for years before that, but now legal. Oh my God. Now it's a real open door, right? So I go out on a hell of a binge with a couple buddies of mine in my car, and I get pulled over by a cop. And he says to me, you were driving all over the damn road, onto the shoulder and up again. And I said, well, it's because me and my buddies, it's my birthday, and we're just clowning around and having a good time and this and that. And he goes, yeah, you're incompetent, for crying out loud. He says, I'm going to cite you for careless driving. I said, write it to yourself. And he goes, what do you mean write it to myself? I said, you're the guys that gave me the license. You're the guys that said I was responsible and competent and that I could go out here and drive this big old iron piece of shit down the road. You are the guys that made the choice whether I should be driving or not. So I come out here and I do something dumb. That means you guys failed on your side. And he goes, but it's your driver's license. I said, look at it. It says state of Minnesota on it. I'm just party to it. And it says right on the back that the state of Minnesota can take that license at any time. So it's theirs. I said, shit, write the governor that ticket. No, not me. Jeez. They said, oh yeah, Goldfish, I'm famous. I got 30 watching. But yeah, I don't get that. They give you driver's licenses, say you're totally competent, then you go out there and you run some little old lady down in the crosswalk, and they blame you for it. Well, you're the one that said I was safe to drive. Maybe you didn't test me well enough or something, huh? And I love it with COVID in Wisconsin during COVID. All you're required to do is take the written test now during COVID. If you pass the written test, you get your driver's license. There's no driving test at all.
Can you imagine what they're turning out on the roads now?
Well, and that's it. We've got 16-year-olds getting their licenses, and they've never done shit in a car. And they take the written test, and they're in the middle of high school, for crying out loud. They're good at taking tests, written tests. I mean, yeah, they'll pass that bugger without a problem. They read the little manual. I'll go in and pass that sucker with 100%. Oh, here's your license. Have you ever driven a car? No, but I will now that I got a license.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Those sound pretty good, Jimmy.
They are good. They're old.
They are good.
They are good. He
Trying to
says
soak
they
up some of
are.
that alcohol.
Mhm.
That's it, you know. And those chips are so much easier than swallowing a sponge. I mean,
It just slows down the process. You know, it's funny. I was watching my video from last night, and it's weird because, you know, when I'm sitting here listening and watching people, I don't hear all the extra noise and whatnot. When you watch a video, you hear everybody's mic. You hear what other people complain about with the crackling of this or the crackling of that. It's like, holy crap!
that's my new Bluetooth earbuds. Oh, crying out loud! I could hear a cricket yakking off in the background. I tell you, it's Who the hell was I watching that one night and they had crickets going on in the background? And I kept telling
they only had 2 people watching, so
I kept telling the host, get rid of the crickets. Get rid of the in the private chat. Get rid of the crickets. I can't stand it. The crickets are driving me crazy.
Hey,
Sometimes there's always crickets going off around me.
You can hear Granny back there taking the drag out with a cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, you should have heard with my earbuds, Phil. You should have heard you guys eating those McRibs. Oh my God, I could hear every single one of you. Oh God, it was just terrible. I'm just like, oh my God, listen, it sounds like I remember when I'd go out with a 5-gallon pail of slop and drop it in the trough for the pigs and how they'd go. It sounded just like it. Just like it. And then a couple of you, when you were drinking, I could hear the go, 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 go. And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I chugged a big thing of Coke like that. You know, I took a few sips during the thing, but at the end it was like, yeah, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I really chugged something like that, you know? So
see, if I had a big straw, especially a Burger King straw, they got the nice big ones, you know. I could have hammered one of those drinks down in a flash. I mean, it would have taken me probably 4 draws on that cup and I'd have it empty. But the sandwich and the sandwich I would have gotten down all right. The fries would have been a bitch. I've never
eaten it cold too.
Fries.
That's the worst part about McDonald's fries.
Oh yeah,
cold
because they got that pasty kind of greasy effect. When they're cold, they're just not right.
They weren't, and I didn't have all the ketchup I normally have on my fries. Normally, I got a lot of ketchup on my fries. I didn't have any ketchup on my fries, you know.
And I couldn't believe how little sauce that you had on your
McRib.
McRib.
Horrible.
And you watch these other guys are all just juicy, saucy, and yours was dry.
But I think I'm going to make up for that tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night, unless my wife gives me other plans, I think tomorrow night we're going to have a new McRib. I think we're going to call it the Apollo McRib.
You are going to do the Apollo. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the Apollo's a little hotter than the Carolina Reaper. And this sauce is basically all pepper mash. So this is probably going to hurt me. But you know what? And I'm not going to crack this open and I'm not going to taste this until I have it on the sandwich.
There you go. So you don't know where it's going to
go. I know where it's going to go. It's probably going to be a very painful night. But but maybe I'll save that for Saturday. Maybe it won't be tomorrow night. Maybe it'll be Saturday after work. Saturday after work probably the best because I need to get.
Yeah, you don't want
I'll get a McRib and I'll hit the McRib.
Yeah, or just I won't be able to watch it tomorrow night. So I got to do it, Wednesday after I get home from work around 5.
Hey, keep the conversation going.
Saturday.
I'll be right back.
And I was thinking about doing last night. I was thinking about doing the pickleballs. I can't do pickleballs tomorrow night because you'll be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to figure out something with me and Blake. So we can do them pickleball. That was that's kind of your thing. You got to be around. It's like the unboxing. You kind of have to be around for that stuff. So
and pickleballs are nastier than you think they're going to be.
I drink buttermilk. I mean, nothing could be worse than that.
No,
Do they taste like pickles?
no, not really.
Then why are they called pickleballs?
I mean, I don't know. I can't even describe them. They're that bad.
Are they bitter?
It's like I don't know. If somebody peed in your pickle brine and let it sit for 6 months, yeah, that would kind of taste like one of those pickleballs.
Wow. I'm really looking forward to this now.
I mean, I've done it twice, and I've only ate one ball at a time, and I've almost thrown up both times.
All right, someone mark the time for that. 2:25 and 15 seconds. He's only ate one ball at a time.
One ball at a time. I gave Marcel one ball, and I thought she was going to kick my ass.
That's what we're talking about.
Mad.
You get those from VAT 19. The Great Taste of Texas. Made in San Antonio. So we thank the fine people from San Antonio for making this trash.
They, when those things come out, like I was telling you, they were paying people $300 to eat them.
Were they?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it for half price.
I mean, they're that bad. They're
Well, I
just
tell you
nasty.
what, if I could have got in on that deal, I would have done it.
Right?
Now,
I'd have
what
had like
I don't
6 packs of pickleballs and been like, like 34 packy chips. It'd been like 34 pickleballs. All right, here we go.
I
Now,
bet you would
what I
have
don't
an easier
understand-
time with the pack of chips.
where did they find them round pickles?
I love pickles. That's
Under
the thing.
the
If I
pickle.
love pickles.
Under the
I love pickle flavored stuff. I hated those pickleballs. I mean, they were nasty. I almost threw up both times.
Ooh.
You got a weak stomach, Oji-san.
Not really. I mean, come on now.
Well, it's good for one thing, anyways.
They made pickle flavored whiskey. I don't know. I may have to try that.
Hey, you couldn't see.
Hey,
see
Coons,
me.
what's up,
Hey,
man?
Coons.
Great to see you, Kuntz. It's been a while.
What are you doing out there,
My
Coon?
neighbor. I was in you couldn't see
Holy
me
shit.
hometown.
If Kuntz is your neighbor, we got half your town on the stream.
Damn
tonight.
right.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, those I don't even know how to describe those pickleballs, Bill, really. I mean, I don't know. You just have to
Well, the
Once
more
you
you
get
describe
them in
them,
your
the less tempting they are. So don't describe them anymore.
I mean,
I'm
I
not.
could
I'm
try
not
to
looking
break
for
it down,
description.
but
I'm
man,
just open.
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you.
They
They're
are
just
chewy like a
nasty.
gummy, though, right? They're kind of chewy.
They
like
are.
A gummy.
They are chewy like a gummy.
There you go.
I don't know. I cannot wait to see you eat it. I'll just put it that way.
I've eaten.
Yeah,
some
I don't want to miss that one. I don't want to miss that one. Jimmy's got my curiosity up really high on that one.
There's just no getting away from them. They're kind of like the one chip thing. You know, once you start, I mean, it's you're done. You're just there.
Yeah, so it's either give up and say, "Boy, that was stupid," or else just keep doing it because it ain't gonna get any worse. It's just nasty.
Yeah. Oh, it's nasty.
This says the guy that eats bugs.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah,
Phil.
yeah.
I'm telling you, the guy that eats bugs is telling you that shit is nasty.
That shit is nasty. Oh, that's one thing my doc did ask me today too. She said, "All right," she says, "Now, what have you been doing as far as hot stuff since I saw you last?"
Ooh.
And I couldn't remember what's been within the last 6 months, And I told her about the Packy chip, and she goes, "Oh, I love corn chips." I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Maybe I'll bring you a Packy chip for my next appointment." Yeah.
Don't
That
know
would
if
be
that
funny as hell.
classifies as a corn chip. Does it?
No,
It does.
well, yeah, it's a
Corn tortilla chips or corn chips, right?
yep.
Mm.
Yep. I tell you, the last hot thing I did was this time a little earlier this time yesterday was a Death Nut challenge. I did it with a guy at work. I still got to make the video for that. We recorded it, and the little bathroom break I just took was still burning. So not bad, but hey, you feel the tingle back there. You're like, oh, I'm still getting rid of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man. I'll have to send you some of that ghost pepper powder I've got now, Phil, because I'll tell you what, I ate it 2 days ago and I'm still feeling that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same guy, but it is straight ghost pepper, and that shit is hot now.
Well, I got one with a shaker that came from my buddy Brad Maglot that was just straight Carolina Reaper. So,
damn.
Yeah. I was thinking, Phil, that. Yeah, like you're saying, you're still getting a little bit of burn, I was thinking that yesterday. I thought, shit, after the stream last night, I thought, should I, because I can eat a small snack, and then I got to fast for my blood test tomorrow. And I thought, for my snack, should I try to down 3 or maybe 4 of them Rummy Bears? And then just hold it until I get there and give them my urine sample.
Oh. No, you have to eat asparagus.
I'm sure they've experienced that. I want to give them something new.
They don't experience it enough. That's the problem.
What's something right there?
That is how much ghost pepper powder I have, Phil.
Holy shit.
Yeah. How much of this do you want? I can't even smell it.
You start sneezing.
God damn.
I mean, what you sent me? What you sent me in that package was enough to last me a while. There you go. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, just saw it. Quick,
yeah, why do I do this?
Have a little alcohol. Make some bad decisions.
I put a line of this. This is what I was talking about when people were making fun of me for doing a line. I put a line of this on my burrito the other night, and I'm still feeling it 2 days later. It is that hot.
What you need to do is take one of them little travel size bag of Doritos and drizzle a little of that in there, and then shake that bag of Doritos up and eat that bag of Doritos.
A lot of people forget how hot ghost peppers are. They're freaking hot.
Oh yeah.
You were doing that, Phil, with the Reaper powder on your popcorn.
On my popcorn and my Chex Mix, yeah.
Yeah, and your Chex Mix, yeah. I remember the popcorn vividly because I'm going, oh, you just effed up that popcorn. Whoa.
Well, I did that with popcorn at work, and the guy that sits by me, Kevin, he kind of watches my stuff. And I gave him one little piece. He's like, oh, one little piece won't be hot. And he ate that thing, and he cried for like 30 minutes.
Hey, you have a good night, Go Fish.
30 minutes.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for bringing so many folks over tonight. That was awesome.
It was great seeing you.
Shit.
Oh, I got those 2 tubes of those sprinkly looking spicy things you ate that night, Phil.
Are you hooking the girls up with
Oh yeah, I can't wait till Christmas. I'm gonna film it without them knowing it's in there.
I think I got that from B Wizzle. I think I've got a package here from B Wizzle. I have not opened yet, but it's long and cylindrical, and it shakes like those Sonora Carolina Reaper pebbles.
Yep.
And I think I don't think I'm going to tell anybody. I think I'm just.
I want to look at them, and I want to try to find another one that looks exactly like them. That's really candy. I would like to mix them together.
Mix it, yeah.
Oh, mix it. Oh, mix it with the real stuff. That's not a bad idea either. Don't just completely discard the other stuff. Kind of do a 50-50.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way you think.
That
way it doesn't look so obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, because they look a little powdery, I was thinking about just throwing them in my mouth real quick and sucking all the powder off of them and then sticking them back in the box. Oh, no, I shouldn't do that probably. No.
They'd all stick together.
That's nasty. You nasty bastard.
If you're going to do that, you have to take them and lay them out and put a blow dryer on.
There you go.
Yeah,
Dad,
reprocess.
what are you doing? I'm blow drying my pebbles. Leave me alone.
Oh, yeah, what's new?
Dad's got issues. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, they always get something weird every Christmas. Like chocolate covered cherries will have weird things in them. You know, they never know which cherry thing's going to have something weird in it.
Ooh. Now, don't they have something like a swizzle stick or something? Look at him.
Yeah. He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. He's a little bit of cool down.
That ain't gonna help.
Nope.
Ain't you learn that shit don't help?
That does not help one bit.
That's it.
It don't hurt, but it don't help.
You ever pour alcohol on a burn?
Yes,
I did.
Yes, I have.
That kind of tells you what you're doing. That's not the wisest thing, you know.
No, I've never been accused of being wise.
You know,
True.
I'm gonna have to send Ojason a bag of this. Now I got this Carolina Reaper beef jerky coming to my house once a month from Mission Meats. I signed up for their subscription. I got a bag of this stuff over here. I ought to send a bag over to Ojason and Marcedel.
Well,
and just see.
Oji-san eat it. I won't let Marcedel eat any more of this stuff. She keeps putting herself in a bad spot with this stuff.
Well, this is not challenge hot. It's hot.
Okay.
But it's not like it came from some guy that, you know, is a chili head and he's making stuff he's trying to kill people with.
Well, you know, that even that one chip, she ended up getting sick, but she didn't want me to let anybody know that she got sick. She was in there just having a bad time with it. But she didn't want anybody to know because she, you know. So
I tell you, she was such a champ with the chip. And you know,
she's
and I wondered,
I am 100% tougher than I am.
You know, she was so composed through that. I just like, oh my God. And I wondered about the after effects, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're lucky. Like me and Marcedel are both lucky that we can throw it up. You know, I could not imagine being like Phil if he can't throw it up.
Yeah,
man,
that's I can't either. That Phil and I've talked about that, and when he was saying I can't throw anything up, I'm going, oh fuck! I found somebody that knows what that's like. I cannot puke. I can't throw up.
I'm gonna bag this powder up. If folks want it, let me know. I would guess that it's probably about 1 million Scovilles.
Ghost peppers are, yep.
Yeah. Of all the stuff I've ate, I would say this is about 1 million.
Yeah.
The guy that made the other powder I sent you, Phil, he was like, he wanted to make it hotter. So that is 100% ghost pepper powder.
That'll be hotter.
Yeah, it is hotter.
Other stuff will probably be hot. It'll probably be enjoyable heat for someone.
It is.
Right.
It's delicious. I mean, I love it, but man, it's hot. I'm already coming down though.
That's good.
Like it would be awesome on pizza or something like that.
Exactly. Well, that's usually what I use my Carolina Reaper powder on is my pizza.
It's not as hot as the pickles, if that puts it in perspective for you.
Okay.
It's a little less hot than the pickles. Those pickles, I think it's the vinegar and the pickles that makes it so bad.
Would be.
Well,
when you
I want to know, are they cucumbers or did they make something that looks?
No, they're cucumbers. No, he took
how the hell did they get round ones?
He took the cucumbers because at work where we work, he's one of my partners at work, and they give away produce every Monday, and so we got a whole tub full of pickles or cucumbers, and he took those cucumbers and made those pickles.
Your pickle.
Yeah.
Those. Yeah, I watched you eat those. I watched Phil eat those. But no, I was thinking the pickle balls.
Oh, the pickleballs they're just nasty.
Well, and are they actually a cucumber?
No,
They're not.
No.
Okay.
Is that one of my pickles, Phil?
Mm-hmm.
That's a cucumber.
I thought you had eaten all of them.
No, I ate like half that jar that night. I was eating other things that night. I was eating a lot of stuff that night.
See, when I watch you guys eat those, boy, right away I think on a nice big burger. Put like 4 slices on a nice big hamburger and smother it with cheese. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the night I ate these was the night I ate that extract.
Yeah.
Started off with the pickles, ended up with the extract.
Right?
Yeah.
I couldn't
remember I couldn't remember if you had eaten the whole jar or not. It wasn't you, it was Saucy Shane that sat there and ate the whole jar. Yeah. Yeah, Shane was just chowing them down. And he pulls a nice big old chunk of pepper out of there and he sticks it in his mouth. He's chewing, and all of a sudden he's going, ha, 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 ha. Yeah.
Woo! Trying to earn my little 284 spot on the League of Fire. Woo!
Well, you just keep doing what you're doing. You'll be fine.
Yep.
Ooh, that shit is hot. Goddamn.
You know, that's the thing. I still got a few packs of those super hot noodles, you know. That Ann sent me, the reds and the blacks. I think I got 3 of the reds left and 5 of the blacks left. But people don't get it. She sent me 20 packs of each. 20 packs of the reds and 20 packs of the blacks. And I've been eating those ever since she sent them to me. At least once a week I have a meal of them. But yeah. And you gotta eat that stuff once in a while to remind you what the heck you're gonna run into when you start trying to do something like the packy chip, you know. It's nice to have adapted yourself at least so that you don't have any shock effect. Again, that's what my doctor said. She said the only thing that's going to kill you doing that stupid shit is shock. She says you could go into shock. She said you're an old fart. You shouldn't be doing that stuff. Oh well.
Thing I like about the ghost pepper is it's all in the tongue. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, lazy Nate.
It doesn't kill your throat and your chest too much. It's all in your tongue and in your taste buds, and any of the Reaper stuff I've done, man, it just like instantly kills like my throat, my chest, and
you got to try some extract.
Fuck that. I sent that to you. I spent $30 on the extract and I sent it straight to Phil Patterson.
Yeah, I got the end sitting here. Well, that was funny because it wasn't the night I did the extract. Did I do the end in there, or did I do
you did. Yeah, you did the end first before you did the other extract.
Yeah. Yeah, that I wasn't smart that night. I don't know what was going on.
No, you weren't.
And I didn't drink nothing that night, so it wasn't like Ojasan where
where
you make bad decisions.
His alter ego.
Life's all about bad decisions. You wouldn't know what a good decision was.
Have a good night.
I did love going to Pepper Palace though, because I was just like popping down there hot as stuff.
I wish I had a place like that. They keep talking about this cheese house up in Pinconning, and I don't know. I feel like I need to take like a road trip up there.
But.
Everything else that's below the end at Pepper Palace is probably 10 times less than the end. So I mean, it's no big deal.
Well, that's why they got the end out there. They got the end out there for those people that think, oh, I can handle that. I mean, the first time I had Dave's Insanity, a buddy of mine, and we were at this pool and spa show, and we're like, we told this vendor, said, we can handle the hottest stuff you've got, right? Because we can eat our Thai food extra hot. So we were big shots. Yeah, give us the hottest thing you got. And he puts a little dab of Dave's Insanity, which of course is extract in it, on a chip. He's like, oh, no, that's too much. And he rubs it on the other chip and hands it to us. So we got these two little round tortilla chips with Dave. Us two little wussies for the next 20 minutes. We spend our time with the Evian water display, drinking as much water as we could because both of our mouths were on fire. Little do we know, knowing what I know now, probably we should have just let the burn go away. But yeah, we were drinking. The worst thing about that Dave's Insanity is it didn't taste good. It just tasted like straw. It had no real taste to it other than heat.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember, then this was 25 years ago. So
I remember
the hottest thing I ate at Pepper Palace was as hot as this stuff right here. And so I felt like a champ, but I know that it's all lightweight stuff there. So
I remember
for Oji-san quit doing that because it's not lightweight stuff. You eating that stuff is not lightweight stuff. I'm just at a different level. You know what I'm saying? You can eat hotter stuff than most normal people can eat.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But you're doing stuff that no other people would look at and go, I ain't even going to try that. So you're doing it good. Try it.
Yeah.
As a chili head, you're on the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
But as a person that's willing to do and try hot stuff, you're doing awesome.
Yep. I remember years ago, and it's weird because I wish I knew what peppers they were, but I was down in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and there's this big, awesome Mexican restaurant there. The food is just to die for. And they bring out this big, huge platter, and it's surrounded with tortilla chips, and it's got about 10 different salsas in containers around this big platter. And I was there with my aunt and uncle and a couple of cousins, and they brought that big platter out, set it down, and I'm going, wow, that's cool. And I grabbed a chip and I dipped up some salsa and I popped it in my mouth. I'm going, whoa, yeah, that's got a good kick to it. And my aunt is sitting there and she's got this one salsa she was just going for constantly. She's dipping that, popping them in her mouth. And I thought, shit, that must be good if she's going for it so many times. So I took a big old chip and I got a big old pile of that salsa on there. Just as I stick it in my mouth, she goes, oh, no. And God almighty, I'm yelling at this poor little Mexican gal to get me pitchers of water. And my uncle, and she comes running back with 2 pitchers of water. Yeah, he's cooking. And my uncle stops her and says, take that water back. And I go, no. I mean, it burned so bad. It was just like eating these damn Reapers. It was terrible. I mean, eyes running, nose running. And I thought, I'm dying from this shit. And my uncle said something to that waitress. I didn't know what he said to her. I just know I was pissed. And I'm looking around for something to drink. I grabbed my cousin's coffee cup and I'm drinking his coffee, anything I can get in my mouth. And then she comes out with this big, tall glass of milk. Sets it for my uncle, says, drink that. He says, and I go, I'd rather have that ice water. And he goes, not at $2 a pitcher, you ain't getting it. He says, you're drinking that damn water like it's gone out of style. He says, and those pitchers aren't big. There's only like 2.5 glasses of water in one. And they're $2 a piece. He says, I got you that glass of milk for $1.50. And he says, and the milk will help a lot more than that water. But they told me, they said, boy, if you can't read your salsas, don't just start dipping. I said, well, what the hell was that? My aunt just said, you don't want to know what's in there
unless you can handle the good stuff.
And that old gal, I'd love to get her on a YouTube video eating Reapers, because I know she could sit there and eat them.
Where did the Reaper come from?
Like
Where does that bread from?
If you go to Ed Curry's thing, there was a pepper. he got, I believe from India and another pepper here from the United States that he crossbred.
Yeah.
So Ed Curry was the one that actually invented the Carolina Reaper.
was
But I believe one of the peppers was from India, and I believe the other pepper was from here. I'm not 100% sure. There's a whole. If you look up Ed Curry, there is a 20-minute video that will go over the entire thing of how he invented it and everything else. And he's got millions of views.
The thing about Reapers is they don't even taste good. I mean, shit. The ghost pepper tastes good.
I like the Reaper flavor.
I don't
actually like the Reaper flavor.
And see, the chocolate peppers are the ones I don't like, and everybody always asks, "Ooh, do they taste like chocolate?" No,
no.
Their color is chocolate. There's no chocolate. No. Oh, I think I taste some chocolate. The hell you do?
Yeah, there ain't no chocolate in that something, right?
Yeah. I can remember when this was the hottest pepper in the world, and now I mean it's really not shit nowadays.
Oh, it is shit. It is, but that's just it. Ghost pepper is. I mean, for 99.9% of the world, ghost pepper is hotter than anything anybody should even try.
Right. See, and that was my very first experience with doing anything hot. Was the Psycho Bar, which is all Jalakia ghost peppers. I mean,
is he doing it again?
I got to build my tolerance up, Granny.
Do it. Not all in one night.
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
Woo!
You just touch it.
Damn.
You touch it.
Oh, Lord.
He was still crying from the first fingerful.
I am. Whew. I'm keeping this finger away from my eyes, though.
Yeah,
y'all
no
see me with this finger. Tell me. Yell at me.
Tie that finger up.
He's going to go to the bathroom. He's going to use that hand.
Oh, shit. I'll tell you what, like I said, I put a whole line of that on a burrito the other night, and I mean, it lit me up. I've been hurting for 2 days from it. So
if he's going to do that, he needs to invest in one of those little finger condoms.
Oh, shit. Whew, it does build. You know, the thing is, like, the first dose is hot, the second dose is hotter, but, you know, every bite of it just gets hotter and hotter. I don't know how in the hell you eat that super hot shit, like the one bar and all that stuff. Holy crap.
Right, Jimmy.
You're doing what you can do, man. That's awesome.
That little fingerful was 10 times hotter than the first one.
Well, Cindy just put it in the chat. So she says, La Frere pepper from the Caribbean island of St. Vincent and a Naga Viper pepper from Pakistan.
Oh.
That's a Carolina Reaper.
You see the giant Reaper on the Netflix deal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they just call it a giant Reaper. It's just, you know, that's just a name they gave that pepper. So.
Ooh, shit. I'm on fire now.
I would love to be able to prepare for a contest like that and just see how far I can go.
I mean, Dustin's a monster. But I was super proud of Bella. I mean, she was just she was going to die.
But I think Bella has gotten more positive response out of that video. They celebrated last week 10,000 subscribers, and they were a 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 subscriber channel. When they were celebrating 10,000 subscribers, they had 13,000.
Yeah.
So that Netflix thing is just blowing up their channel.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's helped Dustin too, because Dustin was down below me, and Dustin's over 4,000 now, and he's just climbing right now too. So that's all really helped the two of them immensely, and they both of them deserve it. I mean, Heat 101's been around for a long time. They've been doing quality stuff for a long time, and Dustin, although he hasn't been on YouTube very long, he's been killing himself for a long time. And he does a ton of stuff on Facebook with the Burn Club and Capsaicin Crew and everything else. So he's been burning for a long time too. They both deserve to be up there and to have the following like they deserve because of what they have done. So
Yeah. Jimmy is just he just won't shut up, will he?
Yeah, I mean, if he had his own, if this was his own channel right now, the views would be going off the charts.
Darn right. Everybody be cheering it out and get over here and watch what Jimmy's doing.
Oh shit! It's like I tell everybody, you start hanging out with chili heads.
See
now, sooner or later.
And I'm the only chili head up here.
See now, Jimmy, you're doing what I used to do. I'd be hanging out on Phil's panel, and I'd go, well, okay, because all the chili heads are all, oh yeah, I'll do a Reaper. Yeah, I'm doing a Reaper too, and this and that. And I'll go, all right, fine, I'll do it. And then I realized after the fact, yeah, I'm miserable. I did a Reaper. Why the hell didn't I do that on my own channel? I mean, I'm over here just one of 6 people on a panel eating a Reaper. I could have highlighted the whole thing, you know. That's
Oh man, that just gets hotter and hotter.
Well, it's got to climb for a little while. It takes about 5-6 minutes to climb, and get to the peak. You got to come off the peak. That's all.
It's it's just like a charcoal fire, until all of them are lit up. It's not going to let up, That heat doesn't stabilize and start going down until after all of them are ignited. That's there's Samantha's back. There we go.
Sam.
Howdy.
Howdy, madam.
Well, I'll send you some of this, Phil. I think this might get you to a 4, 3.5.
I'd like to try it. I'm down for everything, man. You know me.
Pepper burp. Sorry.
You know me.
Ooh.
Now, right now,
it's as hot as the one chip. It's as hot as the one chip.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you were to take a regular big tortilla chip, take one of the blue ones out of a bag, right? And get it just a little moist. Maybe spray it with a little oil or a little cooking spray, right? Yeah. And then sprinkle some of that on there. That would probably be hotter than a one chip.
I think if you took a pizza and sprinkle that shit all over a pizza, that'd be a good challenge.
I wish, well, hey, here's what we can do, Ojazan. I don't know if you've got to have any way to get a hold of any cigar tubes.
I got them.
If you were to get some cigar tubes and maybe send them out to a few people that we know, and everybody buy a certain kind of dollar store pizza or
Totino's.
There you go. So we all have the same pizza. We all have the same tube of pepper, and you got to put that entire tube of pepper, sprinkle it on your pizza, and try to eat the whole pizza. That would be good for your channel.
It would.
It would. It would.
Yeah. The first fingerful wasn't that bad. The second was pretty bad, but that third one, holy shit, man! That got me on fire.
Again, you are supposed to build your tolerance over time, and when we talk about time, we're not talking about a half an hour time.
Right. Yeah.
You know how smart I am. You've been hanging around me long enough.
By the end of the night, I'll be eating Reapers like popcorn. Yeah.
Well, when he was sitting there eating those Doritos and slurring his speech, I was starting to think, probably not the best time for him to be doing this. There he goes again.
You don't want to be doing that shit, Jimmy.
Someone get a hold of Marcedel.
She's in the other bedroom.
Big old fingertip full.
All right, you guys remind me how stupid this was tomorrow.
He's got that on the end of his finger, and he's rubbing his eyes. I'm just like, whoa, don't do it.
Again, he keeps talking about all you chili heads on here. It's like, okay, I maybe I should have stayed in the chat or in the basement.
Oh, it's addictive. It is addictive.
Well, it's an endorphin rush. It's another kind of high. It is another kind of high.
I don't know. Oh shit!
Lone Star wants to know if it was alcohol-induced punishment you're going through.
Hey, Sty, make me big for a second.
Oh,
Jimmy's working on something for me. This is his his first attempt. I don't know if most everybody hasn't seen this yet. But this is pretty cool. That right there is a dirty nutsack. That is a Carolina Reaper with a tube of terror nut in it, with tincture or sauce oozing down the sides. Yeah, now, he's still working on this for me, but this one's pretty cool. That one is there.
It is.
Doesn't it look scary?
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know how that would come out on a shirt, but that's that right there. That right there. When Sticker Mule comes out with the thing, I'm gonna get a bunch of those printed up.
I want a mask.
Working on that.
I know he's trying to perfect something for me. So what was there is my idea. I told him about a pepper with a top cut off and a nut in there and some juices flowing down the side. And when he made that, I liked it. But then you know what? What I've always liked is not what comes up in my mind, but is what a creator comes up with in their own mind. Someone who has the artistic ability. You know, my logo, my Everything Spicy logo back here, Roger came up with that. That was his creative mind that came up with that. My banner, I gave Ann ideas. Ann came up with my banner. What a wonderful.
I'm telling you, for me, when I think dirty nutsack, I'm thinking mankini. So the next concept I have is probably going to have a mankini in it.
Well, there you go. Hey, remember we got to put it on a shirt that will sell, Ojisan.
Yeah. Oh, it'll sell. It'll sell.
That's super.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you talk about about creators, I wish the hell I could put my theme song on a T-shirt.
Oh, hit my throat.
There you go. There you go.
Look at my ball.
I should put the basic lyrics of my theme song on the back of a T-shirt. Yeah, and then the Campfire logo on the front or something.
Well, you could get one of them little buttons like it was in a car that plays music.
Yeah.
Tuning that little button.
How long did it take you to draw that, Oji-san?
My pepper?
Yeah.
Probably an hour.
That's pretty cool, though.
Because we were talking, and I, I'm always apprehensive about asking anybody to do anything for me. Ann does stuff for me because she knows I won't ask her to.
Yeah.
So I asked Oji-san, so you think you'd be? He's like, hell yeah. So, and then within an hour, he told me, he says, well, what were you thinking? So I told him what I was thinking. Within an hour, he sent that over to me. He says, but I'm still working on it. So
that's cool.
Yeah. But that goes, if you look at Oji-san's art with his evil stuff and whatnot that he's got on that one site, that goes right in with what he does. And I want something that is different from what everybody else has got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And something with a little shock value to it. And that does.
I may start it all over just to make it, more Oji-san for you. Because, that kind of looks like everything on every other hot sauce label, but I want to make you something cool, Phil.
And you mentioned something today on I think was it your live stream or maybe it was this one. Well, you started talking about making hot sauce labels. The stuff you got, you would be excellent, I think, at making hot sauce labels for. If you give you an idea, who sells a lot of hot sauce because their hot sauce is good, but because of their labels too, is Hellfire Hot Sauce. If you've never gone to hellfirehotsauce.com and looked at their labels, I would guess that 50% of their hot sauce sales is because of their label. How freaking cool they look.
Yeah. People want them to display because of the label. Yeah.
You think you're going to buy me?
One more.
Oh, yeah.
No bite.
Turd.
Cats are dicks.
You are absolutely crazy there, Jimmy.
I'm trying to get into my artwork, and I feel like if I'm going to start doing hot pepper artwork, I need to understand the world, right?
That's giving you some inspiration.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Yep, Cindy, Lucifer's biting.
What you drinking this evening there, Samantha?
Just some cherry Pepsi.
Oh, okay. Me too.
I'm not drinking cherry Pepsi. I'm snotting now. Holy shit!
it's not so good, eh?
You hurt me?
Oh shit! Hold on.
And there he goes.
Go. He just passed out.
Oh,
Exit. Stage left.
exactly. And that was kind of left, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's-
that shit hung up in my throat. I couldn't swallow it.
Be careful them fingers.
Yeah. It's
You
this
couldn't
thing.
swallow your drink?
No, I'm trying not to drink, taking your advice, but that shit just like hung right there in the back of my throat.
Mm.
So I'm going to drink.
Wow. You could drink some water.
Water. What is that?
Where's that? Where do you get that? He's saying.
That's one of the byproducts from
What fruit is that?
Yeah. Jimmy's trying to figure out where the hell do you get water? What's that?
I use water to mix with my this stuff.
You know, it's weird how all these different peppers hit different parts of your mouth. Like this is right on my tongue and kind of just right at the edge of my throat. So, I mean, you can almost tell what pepper is what.
That's what I found with the dried reapers. When I do dried reapers, they burn my cheeks, and it's like my tonsils are in boiling water. it's not like it's down the throat; it's just up in your tonsils, and my cheeks get lit right up, and the tongue, the afterburn goes quicker than typical. But boy, those cheeks are sore for a long.
I almost think a habanero stings worse than a ghost pepper, but the ghost pepper just lasts longer.
Yeah, habanero though is like
It's like right on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah, they're 100,000. They're not even 100,000 Scovilles. So
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing good, Jimmy. All I can eat is having jalapeno.
well, you like that sauce that you bought, right, Granny?
Yeah, that was good, actually. I like that.
Did you eat any more of it, or is it still just sitting around?
Yeah, I ate some more.
Yeah. Now, see if you get good sauces, you can get a good jalapeno. I mean, there are sauces that I like that have that aren't burn your face off sauces that are it tastes really good. But then again, there's sauces that burn really good that are barbecue sauces. I got that one barbecue sauce from Fireworks or something, and it was a barbecue sauce that had Carolina Reaper in it, and I went through that bottle in a couple of weeks. It was good for dipping anything. So
Yeah, that stuff's good, actually.
I probably should get back.
I'm scared of hot stuff because I used to have IBS.
I'm scared.
I got it under control by not eating food, from restaurants and stuff. And I'm really kind of
Good thing about the hot pepper stuff is you don't have time to have IBS.
Yeah, if you had something and you had a problem with it, my recommendation would be is to not.
Yeah.
I mean, stick with. Don't try to elevate your game. If you want to have the little bit of jalapeno stuff, that's fine. But yeah, if you've had problems, I always say between here and the rear, right? Don't do
The rear is the worst part for sure.
Well, a lot of people, a lot of people have had colon issues, ulcers, stomach issues. Also, I mean, you can't be doing this to yourself because you're just, although this stuff doesn't create problems, if problems used to exist, it can bring them back, and we don't want that for anybody. So, by little book, 1984.
No, don't hurt yourself.
Hello.
For God's sakes, don't hurt yourself.
And that's it. Is,
Watch your eyes.
Yeah.
You got that hand, you know the other hand is the other hand.
Some of this pepper challenge stuff for people that got underlying digestive issues,
right?
They can aggravate those issues by doing this. It's so it makes no sense to even go there. There's just some things that some people shouldn't do, and there's no shame in saying, "Man, I'm not going to kill myself eating this stuff," you know.
Yeah, say you're a borderline alcoholic like me.
I can eat hamburgers. I can go find hamburgers and eat them, but I can't eat restaurant hamburgers.
Yeah, what border are you talking about, OG-son?
OG son's got a foot on each side of the border. I'm telling you.
He's got 2 feet well planted on the other side of the border.
I can quit anytime I want to, Phil.
That's what they
say. Sure you can.
I can quit anytime I want to.
I just don't want to.
Hey, that one's coming down quicker.
I've been to those AA meetings. I can quit anytime I want to.
That last one's coming down a lot quicker than the third one did.
That's good.
That's good.
That means it's about to hit your gut.
It's like that.
You are so reassuring, Phil. I mean, you got through it. Don't worry about it. Because
my recommendation, though, when you get off this live stream, my recommendation would be, if you've got yogurt of any kind in the house, is to eat some yogurt. If you don't have any yogurt, cottage cheese. You don't have any cottage cheese. Drink a glass of milk.
On top of alcohol?
On top of whiskey. You need to drink a bunch of whiskey. I'm all right.
We already know the effects of alcohol and peppers. Roman will give you lessons.
No, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. That was my Death Note experience. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it.
That's what put the death in that nut, right?
It is. It's hanging right around the back of the top of the roof of my mouth, like right around I don't know, like on the roof of my mouth, but right in the back of my mouth. It is just killing me.
Hey, John.
That's what she said.
My tongue is fine. Everything else is fine. But damn, roof of my mouth is killing me.
Yeah, it's like you said. It's weird how certain things you do affect different parts of your mouth. Some of the hot things I've done, the mouth burn, the afterburn was nothing, folks, but my lips were burning at 4:00 in the morning.
I am a lightweight wussy, so don't try any of the shit I do, because I'm telling you.
Well, if you're a lightweight wussy, and there's no problem with anybody trying anything you do, but you're not a lightweight wussy. There's a lot of people that wouldn't do one fingerful of what you did, much less six.
No,
I'll do it.
That's it. Is lightweight is
into it though.
You know what? If you keep it up, Ojisan, you're going to move into the top 200. I'm just saying on the League of Fire. If you keep it up, you're going to have inspirations. Or aspirations
to admit this. I don't
climbing up the ladder. I'm just saying.
I'm going to do the White Lightning next, though. I'm going to order that.
You're going the wrong direction if you're ordering the White Lightning.
Oh yeah,
White Lightning should go just fine. Just fine.
Well, you might as well go eat a tube of mayonnaise if you can eat the White Lightning.
Yeah. I'm not doing the tube of teriyaki. I will do a tube of mayonnaise though.
But no, I mean, you still have to conquer the Death Nut challenge.
Yeah, I do. Straight up.
I did that yesterday at work with a young fella. I already said that on this channel.
Was it Steve? Yeah. Was it Steve?
And you accused me of repeating stories.
I didn't tell a story. I just said I made it.
Yeah, you started. Yeah.
And I realized
Was
Yeah,
it Steve?
yeah.
Was it Steve Phil?
No,
Was it
it's
that
a new
Steve
guy.
guy?
Little bit of your,
We got a new guy in the
little bit
back.
of your
named
Jim
Tyler.
Bob's popping out.
We got a new guy in the back named Tyler, and he said, "Well, I've eaten habaneros." I was like, "Oh, I got me one now. I got him on the hook."
Oh
And
shit!
he wants, and he
Reel him in.
even after throwing up, apparently an hour or so later, he wants to do some more. So
Oh well, there you
I've
go.
thrown up on him.
you gotta love
Every one of
that.
these.
Hey man, if the guy throws up and he still wants more, you gotta love that.
Well, that's me. I've threw up the one chip challenge. I mean, I've thrown up
There you
on
go.
every one of these things.
Let's see here.
This is going to hit my stomach in a minute, and I guarantee you.
Hey John, I know what you're talking about with the mint. It's just like me. After I do any kind of hot challenge, you know, I smoke like a chimney, and I smoke cigars that are mentholated, and I gotta have a smoke. And oh my god, that first couple drags, that menthol in the cigarette spikes the heat like you wouldn't believe. The menthol must just open up all the taste buds. Yeah.
Make me big, Sty.
Bam.
God, you keep asking me to do that.
I know, right?
I'm really starting to have reservations about you, buddy.
This is my new friend Tyler right there.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my buddy right there. He did the death nut with me, and he did it like a champ. He did all of it, and he wants to do something else with me. So I'm
So if I see him on a milk carton someday, I know you killed him.
You know, that's my biggest regret on this whole thing is when we did the death nut that I tapped out at 4 because I know I could have just done 5. I should have just did it.
Well, a lot of the challenges I've done, just to be of comparison, you know, you get to a certain point, you're like, all right, this is where I want to quit, right? But I also realize that whether I quit here or I quit here, what's going to go happen on my body is going to be the same or similar. So I'm already going to suffer. I might as well complete what I'm doing and just and have the victory as opposed to pulling up short. Now, of course, I've pulled up short twice on trying to do 2 tubes of terror, but I've never started the second tube. But
that tube of terror is no joke.
Oh shit, no, it ain't. I'm half tempted to waste a tube of terror with Tyler, but I hate to do that to the kid because I feel at this point that he'll do anything I want him to do, and I don't want him to not be smart. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt him. I mean, he's a young man. I would say he's in his mid-20s, so he's a young man, and I don't want to hurt the young guy. I want to kind of build him along. If he wants to do something like that on his own, I can provide it for him to go home and make a video of. But I don't want to do anything that he would just want to do it because he wants to do it with me, and then he'd be in. He said he had a hard drive home after the death nut. So
I'm going to get to where the ghost pepper is it's pretty tame before I really get into any further challenges.
It's not. It's never tame. It's always hot.
Oh, it's fucking hot. That's for sure.
It's always hot. It's hot to me. You don't see me sitting there matching you fingerful for fingerful.
Yeah.
I ain't ate nothing since I ate around 4:30 today, so I ain't sticking any of that in my my gullet. So
I've drunk plenty of whiskey, but I haven't ate anything since those chips.
yeah, that's why you worry me.
Yeah,
That's why the yogurt or the milk or putting something.
You get
in
some
your
kind of
belly.
dairy in it. Yeah.
Oh, I got something. I'll be right back.
Or some kind of aged cheese. Yeah, just
I don't know about the cheese. I've ate cheese. I mean, I couldn't tell you either way, but
if it's aged cheese so that it's got the cultures in it, then it's like eating cottage cheese or yogurt.
yeah, Chase and Reaper's like you are correct. The tube of terror is known is not a joke. It's not a joke. But I'll be honest with you. I did the Death Nut Challenge with him, And I had tears at the end when he was sweating and everything else. I still had tears running down my face. I've done some of the hottest things. It's not tears because I'm in so much pain. It's tears because that's the way my body reacts when I eat spicy stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
And, you know, none of this is a joke. I mean, I could sit, I've contemplated, because you can get death nut challenges, in bulk pretty cheap. They got a thing of you can get 10 death nut challenges in a thing. And I've considered taking like the nuts from like 5 death nut challenges like Johnny Scoville did and doing them like that. But I don't know.
Carbonated sake. Let's see if this helps.
That's I don't think carbonated sake. We'll see if this helps.
What the hell you doing, old Jason? That's not what Spicer told you should be drinking.
I mean, it looks milky. I mean,
it's milky looking.
It's milky looking. Is it like
it's milky looking?
I don't know, there, old Jason.
You might as well, start drinking White Russians.
Oh my God.
That's it.
If I was you, I'd find a cow out in the pasture and just settle up and get a teat and just start on the teat.
That's good stuff. Oh,
that's good stuff.
No, it's not. It's
he's like, oh shit.
That's like it's hit me right in the back of my mouth here. Woo! That made it worse. I don't know if you can believe that. Whew. Man. What the hell was I thinking?
Yeah. You weren't. No problem.
John's like, I couldn't do that. No way. I tried that drop of the hottest stuff at B-Dubs. It was hiccuping for half an hour. Well, John, I don't know if it makes you feel any better, but I had 6 wings of Carolina Reaper from B-Dubs today, followed up by 6 wings of mango habanero to kind of cool off the Carolina Reaper. And with that stuff, I'm at work, so I don't need to prep my stomach for, the blazing wings at B-Dubs. It's just that's a different story there with that stuff. But I'm not. It's not bragging. It's just it is what it is. So, what's up, Aquatic Ness?
Good to see Aquatic Ness.
In case anybody's wondering, sake does not help.
Sake does not help.
It looks like you're having a good night.
Yeah, he looks.
He's enjoying himself.
I know. Yeah. I am having the time of my life.
It looks like it.
Yeah. I mean, this has been pretty cool. We could all sit back and watch Jimmy.
And he never felt this way before, because he knows it's the
truth. Maybe it's all to you. I don't know.
Oh boy, you guys are nuts. Yeah,
I'm not nuts. I'm just sitting here.
I'm not nuts. I'm just sitting here.
I'm not nuts tonight. I'm watching Ojisan.
Yeah,
working on that tolerance. I got tomorrow to screw around. So
yeah, I got one more day off.
He's gone.
The heat's not so bad, but it is definitely moving down into my belly.
See, that's you think the mouth hurts, it's that belly.
That's it.
I wonder if I need to.
Thank you, Lazy Nate.
You're going to have labor pains tonight, Oji-san.
Labor pains.
Labor pains.
It's always tomorrow. Future Jimmy is always cussing past Jimmy.
Take my advice. Find something to put in that belly.
Blake wants to know if y'all are doing the pickleballs tomorrow.
Blake, if we do the pickleballs tomorrow, Jimmy, what time do you go to bed?
5 o'clock.
Eastern?
Central. That'd be 4 o'clock your time.
4 o'clock
No.
my time. 4 o'clock
it
my
would be
time. You go to
6 o'clock.
Yep.
That's 6 o'clock, Phil's
That's when you
time.
go to bed. Is 6 o'clock my time.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do it around 5 o'clock, so Jimmy could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a plan. You want to try for that plan tomorrow there, Blake? 5 o'clock Friday
Eastern.
5 o'clock Eastern. Pickleball.
I'll
No.
stay up late just to watch you guys eat that shit. Because I'm telling
You
you.
don't have to stay up late. That's what we're doing at 5 o'clock. You can go to bed at 6 o'clock.
Right, because it'll only be 4 o'clock our time there, Oji-san.
All right.
So 5 o'clock tomorrow, Blake. Can you make it at 5 o'clock tomorrow, Blake? I work.
He
till
works till
5.
5.
You sorry son of a. Oh, I mean,
6 o'clock your
Son
time.
of a pickleball.
5 o'clock my time, right? I could do that.
Well, Blake, if Blake can get home in a half an hour, so how about 5:20? Okay. Well, here's what I'll do. I will start the live stream at 5 o'clock. When you get home, hey, we can get started. I don't start anything on time anyways. I start at 5 o'clock and I shout out people and bring people up into the. It takes a half an hour to get the damn thing going.
I can stay up till you guys do it. I'll stay up till you guys do it. I'll just take a nap tomorrow afternoon sometime.
Hey, Newman.
See, Cindy's got it right there. Well, Phil could get it started and get the yabbering over. That's right, Cindy. The yabbering.
Yabbering.
I'm just yabbering for y'all. I'm just shouting out your channels. That's, I don't have to shout.
Yabbering. Just yabbering.
What's up, Newman? How you doing, man?
Man, the little high you get off of this stuff is
The
addictive.
endorphin dump is cool, but then the crash from that, man. That ends my streams, man. You get that endorphin rush, and then you hang around for a while, and then all suddenly it's like, oh wow.
Oh.
I may just be drunk. I don't know.
Well, that too. I mean, there's a downside of when you stop drinking, then you kind of have a dump there too.
That night you did the extract though, and you just shut your stream off. I as soon as you did that, I turned around and looked at Marcedale, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Well, I knew I was going to have to jam a lot of the yogurt into my stomach to keep from having too much pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably should have stayed on. I probably should have just ran upstairs, grabbed a bunch of yogurt, come back down here, and I could have sat down here in front of y'all for another, half hour, 45 minutes, and done that. But it was the stomach was making all sort. I mean, the insides were like, no, it was just all sorts of stuff going on inside. That's when I wish I had the belly cam. I still am talking about the belly cam. I mean, the belly cam on stuff like that. It's like, ooh, you guys can hear that.
Yeah. And Running Water's not back in town until just before Christmas, but I still want to get my hands on one of those mini mics he's got because they're flat. You could put one of those round Band-Aids on that sucker. You could plaster that right to your gut and plug her in, and you get all the gut sounds, all the rumblings.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want to hear my gut sounds.
Well, no, that is good. I mean, to hear it is like, oh,
don't go in your eye.
Yeah, right. Are you still eating that, drinking that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's not. You just got done. Didn't you just get done saying that wasn't good for it?
It's not.
It's gone. It's
not.
too late, Phil. I drank it. It's too late, Phil.
I'm all right. The heat's going.
Thanks for telling me now, Phil. I already drank it.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
And the heat's going down. I just got a little bit of sweats, and I can feel it right on the top of my stomach. But I'm all right. It doesn't feel like the one chip or the death note or anything like that. Just be good. I almost think I should do one more.
I'm not quite sure what you're talking
No,
about.
don't do another one. Don't do another one. Don't do another one. You've done enough tonight. In fact, folks, we're going to be wrapping this up here. We're going to be wrapping this up right at the bottom of the hour here. We got about a minute to go. I got to wrap this up. I've had a really long day today. Yeah. And being that we're going to get to watch these guys eating pickleballs tomorrow, we're just going to have to hang on until then.
The pickleball will be fun, I guarantee you.
So you guys make sure to get over to Everything Spice, watch for his post, and set the reminder and make sure to be over there tomorrow evening, early evening, late afternoon. And let's watch Phil and Blake eat them super sour pickleballs. I'm pretty curious. So it's been a great chat tonight. I mean, we were all over the place. We spent a lot of time on pepper issues. Had to with that guy down there. That guy down there just can't keep his finger out of the jar. You know,
Mouth off the bottle.
He should have used his thumb. Be bigger.
Oh my God!
And then he could sit there and just suck. There's a challenge for you. You juice up your thumb and fill it full of that powder, stick it in your mouth, and you got to suck on your thumb for 15 minutes. There you go.
They'd probably have to back me out of here.
The thumb sucker challenge.
There you go.
That's a new one for you.
That damn should stop you from sucking your thumb.
Yeah. And that'd teach a baby to cut that shit out, eh? Yeah. That kid won't quit sucking his thumb, you want to bet? Watch this shit. Yeah. Okay. Hey, everybody out there in the chat, love you all. I want to thank you all for hanging out tonight around the campfire. It's been a great time. My panelists up here, Get Her Done Granny, OG's son, Uncle. Samantha Lee's original, Samantha, my girl, and Philip over at Everything Spicy. Yeah, you're all great. And I truly appreciate the fact that you're my YouTube friends and you come and hang out with me. And I'll see you all on Sunday. Other than that, you'll see me over at Phil's tomorrow night for sure. I can't help myself. Got to be there. And I hope to see all of you there. With that, I'm going to dance my way out of this one, and we'll see you all on Sunday. Hang tight, guys. Here we go. Dance on out of here.